Hey, what's this show about?
Everything!
And the kitchen Cinco.
In 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, everybody? Ian Cinco here, and I'm about to go live with R.D. Murphy. We're going to go through his comic Living a Fantasy, which is on Kickstarter right now. And I'm going to invite him in before I talk anymore. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm starting just right off the bat on your Kickstarter.
I'm
Uh,
good.
do you want to introduce yourself and talk about the Kickstarter real quick?
Yeah, sure. I'm R.D. Murphy. That's my artist name. I am a cartoonist. I'm in New Haven. This is a Kickstarter for the first book, like the first arc trade paperback of this comic series I've been making, Living a Fantasy. It's like the first, well, it's the first Kickstarter I've ever done, and I've had the help of Apollo City Comics, the publisher, to help me like set it all up and launch it. Um, yeah, I'm very excited that it got the the goal got funded on the first day, which is
Yeah, way
awesome.
to go, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of like worried that like I don't know. I think it's kind of like a leap of faith, like especially because I've never done it before. Um, but yeah, it's cool. Got funded the first day, and now we're like planning like stretch goals and things like that to try to see like how far we can take it.
Awesome, man. Um, yeah, so let's just look at the rewards real quick so people know. People know how to get to Kickstarter. If they don't, they can click to it from your Instagram bio. I'm sure if they find you in other places, they can find it too.
Yep, I got it linked on
Um,
like everything, all my social medias.
I really like one of these rewards. I think the one I did was we'll get to it in a second. No,
Mm.
it's feature your creature. That's the one. Yeah.
Yep,
So yeah, your donations will go. Some of the profit will go to an animal shelter
yep,
organization.
yep, and
Um,
you'll have like your pet's name, like in the so like you probably see like in the original one that I gave you, like there's like a dedication page.
yeah,
I did like all of like my pets. So for this one, since it's gonna be like supported by other people, I figured they can put their pets' names in it too.
yeah, it's awesome. For the pet lovers,
Yeah,
$35. It's a good deal. You're getting 6 issues, which is you can kind of see them. I swear, where is it? This image right here. You can see
yep.
like all 6 covers right here. And way to go, man! By the way, reaching this milestone of a trade paperback.
Thanks. It
Um,
took a long time, but it was well worth it.
how long did it take you?
Um, well, I mean, I the the first like 3 pages I did 3 years ago in my college illustration class. So it's technically been like in production, I guess, for like 3 years. But like I really like I really started like going for it like last year, around this time last year actually. But that's when I was first talking to Lesser Known Comics, who like Apollo City is like an imprint of Lesser Known Comics, and they were
Yeah,
telling me like I started like kind of having conversations with them like a year ago. They were saying like they could do a Kickstarter with me, probably like around like this time, and then like kind of in between then I met like more lesser known comics people like Apollo City, and then one thing led to another, and now here we are.
awesome, man. Did you meet them at IC3 or did you already know them from earlier in life?
I knew them on social media, and then like I did Spilled Ink, like the
Yeah,
drawing live show. So like I met them like online, but not in person until IC3, which was very surreal. Met a lot of people that I knew online, in person there.
yeah, it was awesome, man. I love being there.
Yeah.
So tell me about this comic. What's this comic about?
So the pitch, so this is how I do it now at like cons and shows. So this, my lovely fiance Sarah had commissioned by a very talented artist named Andrew Wanke. So this is the main character of the comic. You've probably seen him if you're watching, if you see him on the Kickstarter page. This is Otis, the Owl Wizard. This is this was like the first 3 pages that I did in college. So like the whole elevator pitch, I guess, is there's a wizard. He had a backfired spell, and now his pet owl has his body and powers.
Yeah,
And then there's other characters like it originally kind of started as like gag comics. Like I did them in college up until like last year, just like different sort of vignettes. There's like a love triangle between a vampire and a werewolf. There's a broke leprechaun. There's a werewolf elf. Um, and then I kind of started with like the original gags, and then just kind of like saw where those characters would go and how they would like um, cross over with each other. And yeah, it's kind of just been that's like what the comic is now, like kind of following these different characters with like Otis's kind of story being like the center of the through line.
Yeah, I love it, man. I did not read the newest issue. Uh,
Well, you'll be able to
huh?
at some point. You'll be able to at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I get the trade and just reread the whole thing.
That'd be awesome.
Um, yeah, so I ordered that the pet special where you get your pet's name mentioned. You get the physical trade paperback for $35, which is a great freaking deal. Um, yeah. Otherwise, you can just get it for 30, which is still a great deal.
Yeah, I like being able to have like I don't know, I like reading like single issues. But I'm glad that it's like a collective thing and people can kind of just like read it, get introduced to it, and then they can like follow it online because I'm still like working on it, like making the newest issues.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around for a little bit. Maybe we'll flip through the book at some point. Yeah, good to see you. I don't know how to do these things anymore, man. It's like, should I FaceTime at the beginning? I feel like you got to squeeze in the promo right at the front. You know, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
not. Maybe I should approach it differently and just like be a little more natural and put the promo wherever it goes.
yeah,
Uh,
I don't know. I'm not really. This is the second time I've done like an Instagram live. Like I did it yesterday with Brandon Boxdorf, and I realized afterwards that I was like way too close to the camera. Like my head looked gigantic. I'm trying to keep my distance this time.
no, I think we look good. And you got the thing behind you is your banner. I'm gonna pull out the print. I have it with me right here.
Oh, okay, so
This is like an epic thing you did.
and I'm
It's
doing
worth,
it again.
worth you describing it because it's a little bit of a story, right?
Yeah, the Marvel thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, this is another thing I did last year. So I was doing this actually when I was doing the trade for like all the issues for Living a Fantasy. So on TikTok, each day I would draw a different Marvel character, and people on TikTok would like request who I would draw the next day. So I mean, I don't know if people can see it, but like, yeah. So different characters each day, just kind of like put a new character in, just like slowly build it up um, until I had the final product.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at it here. Yeah, so this was like it's awesome. You did basically one a day, one at a time, and then you just started piling them on this piece.
Yep.
What's
It
the
was
count?
funny.
How many characters?
I think it was. I kind of lost count, but it's like 200.
It's awesome, man.
Like, yeah, some of them I did like. I remember because there's like certain characters like I really just wanted to like, include in it, and I remember like someone asked for Ghost Rider, so one day I just drew like all the different Ghost Riders. Like I drew Game Catch, Johnny Blaze,
Oh man, I'm trying to find him right now.
Fire Slade. Yeah, they're like around the middle, I think. Like 2 rows underneath Giant Man. But yeah, and now I'm doing it with DC characters. So
You're doing it with the
that's
DC characters now?
yep.
Wow, how far in are you?
Today's day 21, so I've got 21 characters on there so far, and like I've got like 2 rows at the bottom.
Wow, you're at the beginning of that now.
Yeah, I think this one's going better though. Like I feel like I find that's like always how it is with like art. You know, like once you do the first one, you realize like certain things, and like I feel like I don't know, because it's funny too. Because I remember when I was doing this one, I did like them all. Like the first row, you could see like their feet, and then I realized that would look awkward if I tried to have them like with characters standing behind them. So I just like cut off the bottom
Yeah.
halves of them.
Oh, there's a Ghost Rider.
Yep.
Did you like actually once you had them all compiled? It's looking like they're all being lit by Thor's hammer here. Is that like something you did after? I'm guessing. It's like
Yeah.
once
So like
once the piece was done, you kind of like lit it.
Yeah, like it kind of changed as I was doing it. Like, because there are certain characters that like sometimes there's this one guy. If he's watching this, thank you for being so supportive. But there's this one guy who kept requesting Cosmic Ghost Rider, who's right over here. And I wanted to include him, but I knew he was going to be another light source. And I think when he was requesting them, there was already like other light sources, so I wanted to save him for like a spot where he would like work better. Um, yeah, once I would like add in a different light source, I would kind of like tweak things around it so it made more sense.
So you were building this as you were going, is that right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
didn't just like wait till the end. Nice,
yeah.
man.
Like,
It's pretty
yeah,
epic.
yeah, it's pretty fun. I was like, uh, I was like conceptualizing it, I guess. Originally, I thought about doing it like physically because I saw like I got a lot of people on TikTok doing like similar things, where like they would take a piece of paper and like slowly add characters to it. But I knew like I wanted to do like a bunch of them, like as many Marvel characters as I could, and I just figured
Yeah.
it'd be way easier to do it digitally and then like blow it up, um, or like shrink it down however I needed to.
So so 21 days in, I gotta check it out. You're doing this on TikTok still?
Yep.
Not on, do you share any of that on Instagram?
I'm probably gonna wait till after the Kickstarter to start sharing stuff, just to like I don't know, not like
You don't want to take away from
yeah, yeah. I feel like just stay focused too, like one thing at a time. But yeah, once I'm done with the Kickstarter, then it's like I can start working on TURTLEMAN, which I'm also doing, and then yeah, I'll be able to focus more time on this thing too. I mean, this is fun too because like this one and the DC one, it's kind of just like a I don't know, like I think I can kind of turn my brain off and just do like a quick little like tiny portrait, each day.
yeah. And I know you were selling like the originals pretty cheap. Like I guess you were calling them sketch cards at IC3, right?
Oh
You had
yeah,
like
yeah,
super portable sketch card.
yeah.
I,
Yeah. It's nice doing it cheap because it's like no pressure on me.
hmm. Yeah, I'm finding myself in a funny position of like wanting to do quicker, cheaper things, but then I also want to do something long and epic, and then you got to price accordingly. And it's
Right.
like hard to find the sweet spot. But ultimately, I just kind of ask everybody what they want, and kind of
Yeah, I think
feed
that's
off
like
of their energy.
I think that makes a lot of sense with certain things. You just figure out like what people's budgets are, just so they're not like
Yeah,
I don't know disappointed or I don't know.
there was one person. He's kind of like a homie, and I kind of pushed like an $800 piece on him. And like in hindsight, we never went through with it. In hindsight, I think he wanted like a $200 piece.
I don't know.
So yeah, I always make sure to ask like, what's your ideal price range?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So you have Turtle Man, Living a Fantasy. Do you have other titles too, or is it just those two
It's
right now?
just those for now.
Okay.
I've done like other things. There's I have like a short thing in this guy Nicholas Friesen, which also he's another great artist. But he did like an anthology of like first dates, like stories about people's first dates.
Oh
And I
wow.
did a 2-page thing about my grandparents, like how they met and like fell in love. So that's gonna be in that, and that I did a Kickstarter like last month, I think, and then it's gonna be shipping out, I think, in like the next couple months to people.
You said they did a Kickstarter last month, or he did?
Yeah, yeah, he
Okay.
did a Kickstarter to like fund the anthology.
Got you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I should. If I don't remember, I'll DM you, or maybe if you can remember, send me his profile so I can look it up, man.
oh, definitely, yeah, yeah, he's really cool. He does like a lot of like he has kind of like a Peanuts sort of like daily strip thing that he does.
Nice. I always like. I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing, but I kind of wish I just had a Peanuts daily strips. I love like sort of like low pressure daily thing to just sort of flow through, man. It's the greatest thing.
Yeah, just something to like relax while you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Peanuts is awesome. I love it. I
I,
kind of
I would too.
I
I
kind
got
of want to do I kind of want to do something like that, but right now I'm going to focus on Neon Spring.
I
But
think
yeah,
that'd be interesting to see in your style too, like a daily strip, because I feel like you're very like you do a lot of detail in your stuff. So it'd be
yeah,
like
yeah. The
interesting
idea
to
would
see.
be like Calvin and Hobbes, real minimal and
Yeah,
simplified. Um, I do. I have something called Dummy Bones that maybe I'll try to pick up and do. But But yeah, man, I personally I'm more into this. Like this is all I'm all about this getting to the trade paperback level. And yeah, I read this right after IC3, so it's not super fresh in my mind. Maybe we'll flip the camera around and actually flip through it a little bit. But yeah, man, I love it. I love your storytelling. You've got a strong ability to tell a story.
Thanks, I
Um,
appreciate that.
and I got to ask you, like, your scripting process. If you script, or do you just kind of like approach it page by page, or like do you know where it's going
I
as you're doing it?
sort of like I always I'll like plan out like I mean I can like walk through like how I do it like exactly if you want. Like
Sure.
before I start each issue, I'll like make a list and I'll go like page one, page two, page three, page four. And then I always break it up into like the three act structure, like what's gonna be like the first third, second third, like the main idea, I guess.
Nice.
And then once I have like sort of the structure figured out, then I'll like thumbnail it and do like, you know, quick quick thumbnails. And then I'll go like, and I don't really like script, like I don't like write out the dialogue or anything. But I know like the main idea for each page and like what the general like page layout is gonna be. But it always like ends up changing. Like I mean, even with like TURTLEMAN, which is the one I'm working on right now, the first uh, the first like third is the same as when I um, like originally like planned it out and like did the thumbnails, and then once I got to like the second third, like yeah, the middle, I realized like I kind of had to shift things around to like make it more compelling, I guess. And so now I'm like, so I just like redid it. I just redid like what each page's main idea is going to be, what the thumbnails are going to be for each page. Yeah, I kind of like to keep it like sort of stream of consciousness, but still with like a bit of a structure, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I feel like it's important. You can't have it overly planned. I feel like that just makes it hard in the long run and
Yeah,
fun.
I agree. I was like with like dialogue too. I don't know. Like there's certain like comics where like I love the writing in it, but I feel like for me, I try to like I don't know, try to like explain it as much as I can through the art. You know, like if it doesn't need dialogue or like words, then I won't add it in until unless afterwards I like show it to someone and they're confused about what's going on. Then I'm like, okay, I do have to like give more context.
Yeah, I appreciate that. This is a very pleasurable read because mostly like you're looking at pictures, which I always love. Um, I also I'm always gonna shout out people who are able to tell the story without exposition, who like allow the story to happen. Um, you know, you're not like explaining too much. It's just like things are unfolding, which is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, because I used to do like a lot of like gag comics on like Instagram too, and I feel like that's like why I do it this way too, because like I just try to, I don't know, yeah, just focus on like the visuals, focus on like what's the punchline or the yeah, the punchline, I guess, of like each uh each part of the story.
Nice. I am gonna just flip it around and put it down, put it
All
on
right.
the comic. Let's look at it. I feel like while we're talking about it, I just want to see it. Um, but yeah, man. So it's just going to be a little thicker than this, right? It's
Yeah,
basically this is basically it.
and
Uh,
it's gonna have like I feel like extra things too, like in the sixth one I did a map, so that'll be in it. People are like submitting pinups, which I love. I saw Carl was in here at one point. Rat Race Comics. He did an incredible pin. I mean, everyone's doing like incredible stuff, and I love it. There's another guy. I forget his name. It's like Colin something, but he's Crumbs of Rye art on Instagram, and he's doing a really cool one too. So yeah, those are all going to be included. Um, so it's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be thicker than that.
yeah, pinups are what's up, man. It's awesome that people are. It's awesome when people get on board with your project. I love seeing.
I
I
was
know I
really
personally
excited.
love seeing my character interpreted. I'm sure you feel the same.
Oh yeah, it's it's like surreal.
So who's Tofu, Lily, Tiger,
So
Wally, Blue, and Jet?
Well, Tofu is actually kind of like the main basis for this guy. Because well, he's my cat that I have right now, and he's also like he's the first cat that I've had that's like mine. Um, kind of figuring out like being a cat dad with him, and then Lily and the tiger, actually, their cats except for Blue have passed away sadly. Um, but Lily and Tiger and Wally and Blue were like my family cats, and same with Jet.
Nice.
Jet actually went missing when I was very young. I didn't really know Jet too well, but I have a tattoo of him. Yeah, these are all.
Oh yeah, and we didn't mention you're also a tattoo artist.
Yeah, I don't. I don't work at a studio at the moment, but yeah, I know how to do a tattoo, and I've worked at studios.
Nice. So yeah, issue 1, right off the bat, we got this this wizard who's about to perform a spell that's going to go wrong.
Yes.
Like, what's he thinking right here? He's thinking, I'm going to put an owl with a spider, make an owl spider.
Yeah.
And he gets ready to do it, or it doesn't go well, right? He messes it up. It's like, Dad? He's like, I can fix this, and he accidentally bounces the spell off the mirror, hits himself, and now boom, we got your one of your main characters.
Yeah.
And I love this, the spider hand thing. Yeah, it's funny too, man. You got a lot of good jokes in here as well.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
This is where we start the love triangle.
Yep.
You got like an emo Dracula. He's like a real emotional vampire, right?
Yeah, I call him like the incel vampire.
Incel vampire.
Yeah. But it's very funny because they always like do like in Twilight, it's like the girl ends up with the vampire, and I thought it would be funny to because I don't like because it's like in Twilight it's like between the vampire and the werewolf, but I feel like the werewolf would be kind of a weird like you're dating like an animal.
And this is pretty funny too. He's like, would you want to invite me in? She's like, that's a bit presumptuous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, hitting all the tropes, but making them jokes and making them funny, man.
That's what
like the one-eyed guy in the here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is where it begins, man. She's got eyes for this hairy beast over there. So yeah, how to me it seems like you did this really quickly, but to you I'm sure this took you a long time. And I know you said you started this in school, so this issue was done in like a class.
The first 3 pages, like the wizard spell, that was for a class, and then yeah, these ones I kind of like just like did like I got to post them on Instagram, and yeah, since then I've just kind of like kept it going, like seeing where these characters would go.
Were you like studying screenwriting or comic making or anything like that, or were you studying something else?
I majored in illustration.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did take like there was one point when I was taking a lot of like writing classes. Like I thought about being like a novelist, but yeah, things changed. I feel like I don't know. For me, like comics, it's always been like my favorite medium. Like ever since I was a kid, I feel like it's just like the perfect marriage between writing and drawing.
Yeah, I agree. And who's this guy? He's like a rival wizard.
Yeah, that's my knockoff Timu Voldemort called Draven Darkshire.
Yeah, I remember just like really enjoying when I read this, man. And I read it. It was like one of those books you could really read in one sitting.
Yeah,
very easily.
That's what I like.
And like this guy's accidentally killed a Pegasus. I love this shit. He thinks he's trying to kill a dragon and get a reward, and he accidentally kills a Pegasus.
Yeah, yeah. Someone was asking me the other day, like, who's my like besides Otis, the owl wizard, like who's like my second favorite character, and I think it's got to be that guy. In my mind, like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I think for me, like my Rickety Cricket, like just the character that you'll just see like the depth, the evolution of over the series.
The house is gone. The wizard's house burned down. He's like, "You want to get a drink?"
Another getting a drink.
Dracula's still crying over a drink in the background. And now he's captured Voldemort. The Voldemort guy is a spider in his jar.
Yeah, I figured I should like try to make him. I figured I had to do that quickly, just to like make sure he's not like too Voldemort for too long.
I mean, he's not Voldemort. You just said it. Now I'm saying it. He's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
He actually makes me think more of the original Nosferatu.
Yeah, that was a big inspo too.
I finally I'm late to it, but I saw the new one recently and thought it was incredible.
Oh yeah, yeah, I love that.
It was so good. I really love this too. I guess this is at the back. I haven't actually I don't have your individual issues, but I'm guessing this is just collecting exactly how it is.
Yep.
So this is just like the end page. Yeah, I love it, man.
Thanks, man.
And you do that for each one. There's like something that you isolate, whether it's a wand or a mushroom or a.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I try to do like something from the cover and then just kind of like blow it up for the back cover.
Good color choices too, man. Really good at coloring.
Thanks.
And you are doing everything yourself, right? Nobody's
Yep.
assisting on any level.
I mean, now I have like Apollo City that are like helping me with like, yeah, yeah, like I mean, there's people that like I like show it to, and I'll be like, does this make sense, or like does it
Right.
like yeah, and then I'll tweak it. Which I don't know. I know there's some people that aren't like fans of like digital comics, which I understand, but like for me it's so nice to be able to like go back and like if I need to tweak something before it like goes to print, it's like
Oh yeah.
way easier.
Yeah, I mean, I'll advocate for doing it physically, not just because I like physical pages, but because in the future you'll be able to sell it and make more money. And you can technically, once you got it scanned, you can make changes in the computer, so it's not like you can't still do things digitally. But yeah, I mean, like I'm not a purist at all, man. I'm not one of those people.
That's cool.
I just think since we're tapped into IC3, I've also tapped into the OAX community and the comic art fans community. So I'm sort of in an original comic art phase at the moment.
Yeah.
For like money reasons and because I love it, man. It's just love comic art.
Yeah, no, same. Yeah, I do want to try doing like something physically at some point. I know it's going to take longer, which I'm not looking forward to.
I love how this guy's like sullen because he fucked up and now he's immediately ready to take money and do another job. Isn't that just life? Life is like that, man. We just got to keep making money no matter what.
Exactly. You still got to go to work.
Even if you shouldn't be doing that job.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool, man.
Like, it's cool seeing like I don't really like flip through it that much, but it's nice seeing like
Your panels,
yeah.
your frames. I mean, you are a really good storyteller, man. This could easily just translate into an animation.
Yeah, that's what people have told me a lot. And I've been trying to like I've never like done animation before, but I've been trying to like do little short things. Like I did some promos for the Kickstarter. I'm working on like another thing. But yeah, people tell me that a lot. That like it reminds them like Adventure Time or other similar animations.
Yeah, that could be like, I don't know what you want to do with your life, but you could easily like shop this around to the animation world and maybe find someone to help you do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think I'd probably um I'd probably have to hire people to yeah or like yeah bring it to like a studio.
Yeah, there's so many ways it could go down. But
Yeah,
great
or like
angles too, man. Like, look
one
at
thing.
this. Now we're looking down. Now we're looking. Well, we're still looking down technically, but it's a nice angle.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I was really proud of myself once I figured out like I could just do like I could just set a bunch of different stories in the same like fantasy world, and then I could just pull from different characters, and then I could have like different scales. Like I could have like a really little character, like a fairy, or the spider guy, the Voldemort spider guy, or I could have like a big character like the dragon, and like I don't know, more variation in scale.
Remind me who this character is and why she's got this list, which is fun.
So that's Vex the thief. She's the one that beat up the leprechaun and robbed him in the first issue. And then the list gets like explained sort of more as it goes on. But like basically that's like so uh the wizard that Otis has the body of he's trying to get like his body back. So he's he needs these ingredients to do that.
So he's hired a thief to steal all these ingredients
Yep.
to turn him back into himself. Yeah, freaking awesome, man. Stealing a giant toenail. What's the Cyclops one?
I don't remember.
Cyclops
I think
hair.
hair. Yeah.
It's so good. Oh, she's got one thing left. Orc hair.
Yep.
Yeah, this is great, man. I love the little spider thing in the jar. It's so freaking awesome.
Thanks.
This is the orc.
Yep. The Destroyer. Now, so that page too on the left, that was the one that I drew like early on too, when I was like kind of trying to come up with like ideas for like who would be different characters and
Oh, nice. So you did this not knowing what it would be, and then
yeah,
figured it out later,
my
or
like my
worked your way
fiance.
towards it.
Yep, yeah, my fiance and her brother are like big WWE fans, and so I knew I wanted to do something with like WWE and like just yeah, flesh out the world a little bit. Like, what do these characters do?
Is this like, is this you're using the rope to be a frame, essentially?
Yeah,
It's brilliant, man.
like
I love that. Destroyer's looking real happy.
until he's not.
One little hair pluck makes him cry.
Yeah,
Thief. It's funny to be accused of being a thief for stealing a hair off of a leg. Destroy. Because he's the destroyer.
exactly.
I want to ask you about your influences, but maybe later, because then it'll
Okay.
take us away as I flip through this. He wants his home back. The mushroom was his home.
Yeah, I think he's got like the most uh reason to be upset. Like I think the
Yeah,
destroyer, it's like
out
a
of all
very
the things
petty
she
thing.
stole,
Yeah, she stole like his whole house.
that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This guy's still trying to make up for his failure.
Mm. Yeah, I was kind of thinking of him as like sort of like a classic elf, like Lord of the Rings, where they're very like in tune with nature, and you know that how that like would add to the conflict of like killing. But he's also like a hunter, like I don't know, because I think in my mind it's like he's a hunter, but like he still kind of has like a respect for like certain animals, like a Pegasus unicorn thing. that's more innocent, I guess, than this werewolf.
Yeah, man. I mean, I get inspired by all kinds of things, but when a story really flows like this, it really makes me want to move faster on what I'm doing because it's like so satisfying to see a story unfold like this.
Like, yeah, it's like it's funny because like it does take like a like each page I probably do like in a day. Like uh, yeah, but then you can like just read it so quickly.
Yeah, it's
Which is
crazy,
good.
right?
Yeah,
I just finished reading Lone Wolf and Cub for the first time, and I don't know if you've checked it out, but you can breeze through that one too. There's some spots where it gets real dense, but mostly it's like you're flipping pages like insanely fast,
yeah.
and the whole time I'm thinking like, God, this guy put so much effort into this, and I'm like plowing through it right now.
I know I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, and sometimes I do want to like, like spend more time like digest a page, but like
Yeah,
sometimes I'm just like I want like I only have like I don't know I have like free time today, so I need to like get through this thing if I want to finish it.
so the wizard drops the other wizard,
Yep,
but it lands with the thief,
yep.
and another beautiful end page. This really does look freaking awesome, man. It's a great piece just by itself. Yeah, I'll take a note. I'll take a note from your comic on having a page like that.
I appreciate. I mean, that's very high praise coming from you. I'm a big fan of like I don't know all your artwork.
Thank you, man.
Like Neon Spring was like I was I don't know I was just blown away by like how beautiful that was.
Oh, thank you, man. This is great, though, man. What an awesome opening shot.
Thanks.
God, that hurts.
Yeah, this is the beginning of his de-evolution, his rickety cricketiness.
And he's howling.
Yeah, it's funny too because I remember like when I was doing uh like this section, I guess. Or yeah, because like when you're like drawing like a comic, like you have to draw like you have to draw a lot the same character like a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas with like the elf, I didn't like how he looked originally, so it's like I gotta. It's good that you kept it by the werewolf because I can make him look a little more interesting and more fun to draw.
Ah, that's funny, man.
Yeah,
I feel like just in the last year alone, I've heard so many similar or read so many similar things where creators made a change and the change wasn't the reason you would think it was. It was just like what you said, just because they wanted to do something different.
mm-hmm.
Or, even like Venom, like Todd McFarlane just didn't want to draw Black Spider-Man anymore,
Yeah. I think I saw something with Todd McFarlane too, where he said like there was like I don't even know what it was, like a belt buckle or like something with like Spawn's gloves or something that he he had in like the first issue, and then like the second issue was different, the third issue was something else, and like someone like asked him about it, and he's like, well, there's the costume changes, but like I mean the real answer is like he just wants to change how it looks.
Yeah. I forget what page I was on, but I think I was around here. Man, this guy, he's kind of presented as being like pretty evil, but then you end up just feeling pretty bad for him.
Yeah, that's
It's like his circumstances just keep getting worse.
yeah, that's kind of like I mean, not to like over explain it, I guess, but like because I wanted the first book, like I want each book to have like a subtitle, like book one, The Sinister Sorcerer. I have like a subtitle for like the second book that I'm planning. Um, I want the idea, like when the reader reads it, they'll be like, "Oh, this guy's the Sinister Sorcerer." But then, like once you get to the end, it's like, "Oh, like it's this guy's dad, like the the original wizard is the sort of sinister one."
Spoiler.
Yeah, sorry.
My buddy Drew Morrison says he really digs his book, man. Or the book looks rad, he says.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, he has. I did a flip through with him last year, I think it was, of his comic called Broken Land.
I'll have to check it out. Appreciate it. Drew.
Yeah, this book is rad, man. Do you tattoo any of these characters on anyone? Have you yet?
No, not yet. I should ask people though. I have a friend who like he said that I can literally tattoo like anything on him, like whatever I want, I can tattoo it on him. So maybe I'll ask him if he wants Otis.
Does your tattoo work look drastically different than this, or do you keep a style similar to this when you tattoo?
Um, when I sort of like I feel transitioned like out of tattooing into this, um, which is like nice because this is like kind of more like I wanted to kind of like build like an illustrative style because when I was doing tattoos I did more realism. Um, and it's also like it's whatever like the client wants, and I think I got like pretty good at realism, so like a lot of people would like come to me with like realism requests. But I did do like a few once I was like sort of experimenting with like trying to do like more illustrative stuff. Um, I read it like a Batman that was kind of like more in this style. I did like some like SpongeBob characters that were sort of more like this, like more cartoony. I mean, you know, because it's like already a cartoon character. But yeah, this it's. I've been really happy that like uh, the I don't know people are like connecting with my comic work because this is definitely more. Like with tattooing, like it was more of like a challenge, and like I wanted to like learn how to do it, and like um yeah, I remember like when I first got my first tattoo, I was like, I need to figure out how to do this. Um,
You said when you got your first tattoo, that's what made you want to do tattooing?
yeah, I was like, this is like magic, you know, like you can like make an artwork that's like permanently on somebody. I was like, I got to figure out how to do that. Um, but then, you know, tattooing is a bit stressful. And I think it was once I like figured it out, I guess it was like, okay, on to the next thing, which is comics.
Yeah, I feel like people are coming and going in different directions because I feel like I definitely saw an artist recently who, as much as he loves comics, he's gone all the way into tattoos instead.
Oh yeah,
And everyone's got different reasons, but I think when we met, I told you I was starting to tattoo,
yeah,
and there were a lot of reasons why I backed away, and I think one of them was like I definitely wouldn't want to do like anything realistic with tattoos. Like I would just not be into it.
mm,
But there were other reasons. I just want to stay focused. I don't need to complicate my life with adding more skills into it, you know?
yeah. No, that's fair.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
really wanted to. I almost did. I did too, and then it was getting difficult to find someone to help me apprentice,
yeah.
so I just backed off.
No, it's a difficult like industry. Um, I'm glad that I'm like where I am now, where I like know how to do it, and like I can do it for like friends and family whenever. But there's not like the stress of like like having like a walk in, come in, and then you kind of have to like figure out the design and like do it, and do it like do it well and quickly and all that stuff.
You would make designs on the spot? Like what would
Yeah,
you do? Mock them up or straight up draw them on the spot?
yeah. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Like the first tattoo studio that I worked at, it was like it's kind of like insane. Like I would tattoo like walk-ins like all day. Like I would probably do like I don't know like 8 tattoos like a day. And people would just like walk in and
Oh wow.
yeah.
Damn.
Sometimes they would have like something ready, like some kind of like a quote or something, or like
Yeah,
a
that
window
that
when it look yeah. Or yeah, sometimes you have to just draw it.
I don't know if I've seen I can't remember if you showed me your tattoo work, but I definitely want to see that too, man.
I guess I do. Yeah, I have like an old portfolio of stuff.
Drew says that his stepsister gave him a tattoo machine this summer. He has no idea where to start. And I feel like I talked to so many different people about tattoos, and some people got really angry at me how I was approaching it. So I'm not going to offer any advice. Do
Yeah.
you have any
Listen,
advice for how to like learn? Do
I
you,
mean,
what do you
if you
recommend?
are like serious about it, like, uh, I don't know. I mean, I'd probably like talk to people that you get tattooed by. Like, like if I was to do it now, the guy that I get tattoos by, I feel like I've gone to him like a good amount of times, and like I sort of have like a friendship or not friend, like we know each other, and like he knows that like I'm an artist and stuff. So I feel like if I like approached him and maybe he was like hiring, he would be able to like sort of be like a mentor. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's like honestly like every tattoo artist that I've met, it's like a different story for like how they got into it. Like the
Yeah.
way like I did it was not the way I would recommend doing it, but I was like the same as Drew, where like I got a tattoo machine off Amazon and just started like doing them like on myself and on friends, and then like an opportunity for like an apprenticeship came up, and I just like kind of jumped at it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I would.
Yeah, I was just like living with an old boss turned best friend homie, and he had several machines. He gave me one. He taught me and let me tattoo on him.
Oh
And
yeah,
like, so that was like a perfect situation where I didn't have to like go too out of my way.
right.
That's why I thought like, oh yeah, this will be easy. I'll just keep like having friends help me. But he was like the most helpful person, and most other people like either want money or they're like opposed to even helping.
Yeah,
So I was just like, yeah. And honestly, scheduling was the biggest problem. All these tattoo artists would say like, yeah, come over Friday or Saturday at like midnight or something, and then they'd be like, ah, sorry, I had to take a last minute. I had to take someone in the last minute.
yeah.
Um,
No, it's very like I don't know, like it's a hustle. You kind of have to like uh, you work odd hours and
yeah,
like when I was like first starting out, like it was whenever someone's available. Like if you're ready to get tattooed at like yeah, like at midnight. All right, I guess I'm gonna do a tattoo at midnight.
Agent X, Nick Force says sad vampire, and
Yeah,
indeed, there's a sad vampire in this.
yes,
He
sir.
calls
Yes,
RD calls him his incel vampire.
yep.
Yeah, I mean this is great storytelling, great page layout, man. All of this is like top notch. I love it.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think this was like around the time when I was like, okay, I gotta throw some like action into this story to like let's just have like a really long battle with a dragon.
Yeah, I don't know how you even do it because like I feel like everybody's got different strengths and they pull from different things, but I feel like you're like we know reading this it's obvious where you're getting the characters from, but what you're doing with them is really interesting and it's like it's cool how your mind works, man.
Thanks.
The tree god.
Yeah.
I like that. What is that? It's a god.
Yeah.
You do find this stuff funny. I'm glad you do because I wasn't sure. It's like it's hard to
It's
know. Sometimes people are like doing things and I think it's a joke or it's supposed to be kind of funny and it's not. Like,
it's like precious to them. No, yeah, he's supposed to. I remember like I was showing this to my fiance. I'm like, I think she was like, his lips need to be bigger. It needs to be like funnier.
who the tree face?
Yeah. And they do get bigger.
It's funny, man. This is like we're seeing him actually in there, right? That's what this is.
Yeah.
It's like a window into.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick. The paneling is really good with the tree root. Nick was saying that this is cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Always trying to find cool little opportunities like that. And I feel like that's like the little like circle thing. That's just like something. That's just like why I like comics so much is because like you can't really do that. Or I guess you can do it in a movie, but like
Yeah,
there's just something about like that way of storytelling that I really like.
yeah. I mean, you're using comics for their strength. Yeah, whenever anybody says you can only do this in comics, you can only do this in movies, it's like I think actually movies is where you can actually really do everything. I don't believe anyone when they're like you can only do this in comics.
Yeah.
I think they're like I have yet to see anything in a comic that I'm like, yeah, that's impossible in a movie.
Well,
But
I feel like
but there are
most
things that are like better to do in comics than a movie. Like
yeah. I was telling like I feel like I think of comics like the same way it's like a good marriage between writing and drawing. I feel like they're like a good marriage between books and movies. Because I like with like
yeah,
books, like you can, it's like it's happening in your head. Like you're
yeah.
reading it, and it's like happening in your head. A movie, like you're seeing it like play out, and I feel like it's like a comic is like the same thing, or it's like it's
A
both
book
of those.
a book makes you do a lot of work in your head.
Right?
A movie kind of does everything for you, and the comic is like in the middle, where right?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I find there are moments where like when I'm thinking about my comic where I really do wish that I could have music and sound effects to like really create a mood, and that bothers me sometimes where I'm like, ah, damn it, in the back of my mind I kind of do want to make an animation maybe, but I really just am like super in love with comics right now and like not wanting to do anything close to that, do anything other than make comics, I should say.
Mm.
But yeah, like when I was watching Nosferatu the other night, that movie is so incredible. Obviously, I think you agree. A lot of people agree,
Yeah,
and yeah, it's just like no matter what you do in a comic, you're not going to have the level of performance that those actors delivered in that movie. You know?
yeah, that's true. Um, yeah, I think it's like you don't have, you don't have those tools with the comics. You kind of have to like figure out different ways to like if you to get that same effect.
Yeah. But yeah, it is work. Like our minds are doing work while we're reading a comic, so it's
Hmm.
that's also probably good in this day and age. I don't know about you. I'm super glued to my phone. I'm always looking at screens. I'm always paying attention to real short form content. So it's like really good to rather than veg out by watching like Netflix to like sit down and read a comic at the end of the night. I'm really like happy about that these days.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I need to like when I was younger, I used to read books like constantly, and I haven't like finished. Like, I still read books like every once in a while, but it's like I think comics are easier too because like I can read them really quickly, and I can read them kind of like while I'm doing other things. Like I can read them on my iPad or physical copy, like when I'm like me and Sarah like watching something on the TV.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah,
Here he is.
there's the twist.
So he's been on the owl body this whole time.
Yeah,
Agent X says, I like the paneling within the roots of the tree. He said, yeah, and he said, Ang Lee legitimately uses comic panels. I'm not
that's true.
sure. Is that what does he do that in like Life of Pi? I'm trying to think when he does it. Oh, and the Hulk he did it obviously.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
I,
was
I'm I'm thinking of like that scene in the Hulk when like that explosion happens and that dude gets like
yeah,
shot out. Yeah,
yeah. I remember I hated that movie when I first saw it in theaters, and it like by a year later it became one of my favorite films. Like Ang Lee is really one of the most incredible filmmakers of all time.
yeah. Same.
and
I
and the
agree.
Hulk is so strong. It really that remains like the best Hulk in my opinion.
And then Ang one.
Yeah.
I remember when I was even when I was a kid, I thought the panel thing was like I don't know like it was like it took me out of it almost a little bit. But I feel like
Yeah.
now I like that he was like going for that swing. And I think there's like other stuff that have done that better, like Spider Verse. I feel like they really
Oh
leaned
yeah.
into like the comic.
Spider
Um,
Verse takes it to a whole other level.
yeah,
Well, I mean, it definitely does take you out, or it did take me out on the first viewing. But like I said, I rewatched it many times, and it's also one of like the strongest emotional movies out there, superhero movies out there. Period.
mm,
And once you've already seen it, when you end up rewatching it, like the panels aren't that they don't really take you out anymore because now then you know to expect them and you know they're
right,
coming. Yeah,
yeah,
honestly, it's just like sometimes when you see something for the first time, you it takes a little bit of time for your brain to catch up.
yeah.
Um,
That's true. Also, that movie's like the only one that really kind of delved into like the Hulk's like personal life, you
Yeah.
know. Um,
Yeah, often I feel like flashbacks can be like terrible crutches, and they're usually used very badly. But that movie did it to extreme effect, where like I don't know, I'm actually gonna rewatch that soon, I think, because it punches pretty hard emotionally. I remember.
Speaking
I
of
love this
flashbacks,
cover. I love all like this whole book, but I really love your use of shadows and your shadow here. Like I don't know, shadows are very evocative, and I'm trying to use more of them and think more through shapes and shadow, and use
yeah,
shadow for storytelling or even just dramatic effect.
mm,
But yeah, I love this cover, man. It's so simple, but I love it.
thanks, man. Yeah, that was when I was like, I was actually this because the other ones I feel like I try to do not a lot of stuff, but like this one I always definitely like try to just keep it simple.
You know Spencer Mongillo? He says I love Artie Murphy work.
Yes, I do. What's up, Spencer? Make sure to hit the heart, Spencer.
Mm, now we're meeting a fun new character. Oh no, no, this isn't new. This is the young evil wizard,
Hmm.
and we're gonna learn again. Like, what did I just say about like flashbacks to be a crush? But this is good though, man.
Thanks.
I just want things to unfold, and I don't want it to be like I don't want characters explaining everything unnecessarily, or like a
Hmm.
text box explaining it. Like I hate that. I get very angry when I see that shit.
Yeah,
Or not angry. Angry's too extreme. I just get turned off, and I'm like, well, this isn't gonna hold my attention in the way that
like
I want it to.
it's like expositional.
Yeah, exactly. But this is good. This is like motivated, or you're making it part of the real story. So
Yeah,
it's strong.
thanks.
I'm gonna try to remember it while I'm looking at it right now at the same time. What's going on here? Dear Draven, congratulations. You have been accepted into the Arcane Academy. Here you will receive the best, what does that say? Wizard training in all of, what's the name of this land? Mistake?
Yep.
It's called Mistake.
Yeah.
Spelled like more
Like
elegantly, but
mystical.
it's
Yeah.
called, that's funny, man. Sincerely, Professor Zorn.
Yeah. There's a reason why it's called mistake too. That I'm.
Don't spoil.
Okay.
How much more of this are you planning to do? Do you know? Is it like clear in your head
uh,
how much more?
I know I have like the second like book like planned out, and then I'm hoping I can do like three of them and do like a trilogy, like a Lord of the Rings sort of. Yeah. Um, but I mean, I'll see like how far I can go. Like if I can keep it going. I don't know. Part of me like doesn't like it when things don't end. Like I like it when there's like a conclusion. Um, like I love like Invincible. I love how like that's like a finished like it's got an ending.
Oh yeah.
Um, but like I don't know. Yeah. Right now I've got like three books that I'm like hoping and kind of get like a general framework of like how they will how they will go and end. But if I can go even further, we'll see.
Three books, like you mean like three trades like about this size?
Yep.
Awesome, man. This is funny. I had to come back just to point this out. So he's performing a spell, and he turns the Cyclops into a two-eyed guy, and he's like, "I'm a freak." 1 year later, he's he's looking like he's an old man already.
Yeah. I guess he's also kind of like a rickety cricket sort of. I guess all the characters like I try to like kind of you know have them change.
Rebellious Mikey says, "What up, Ryan?"
Oh, what's up, Mikey?
Yeah, I remember liking this. How she's like half in the water.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm excited to because like this is like them as kids. I'm excited to draw her as the adult version because it sucks too because like I know like where I'm gonna go with it and like I just have to kind of like wait until I can get to that point to like to draw it.
This is so cool, man. The owl character's emerging. Here he is. Now flash forward to today. I love this. The carrot and the stick. He's using a giant. It looks like a giant turkey leg to lure the dragon or
Yep.
direct the dragon. I feel like I imagine your process is you're always flowing. Do you get stressed out or like worried about this, or you just always having fun?
No, I'm always having fun. This I'm gonna fix in the new one. Like this, like I want to space them out a little bit more. Um,
What do you mean?
I like the faces. I want you to be able to like the
Oh, these faces in the middle.
yeah.
Got you.
Um, yeah,
The
no, I feel
perk.
like
The
I'm
perks of working digital, right?
exactly. I can resize that really easily. But yeah, I don't know. Again, like it's just kind of like free flowing, like sort of stream of consciousness. But I do try to have like a framework. Um, but yeah, no, I don't really get too stressed out over it. No one's paying me to do this, so you know, no one's. I'm not. I'm not permanently altering someone's body with this type of artwork. So I can just have fun with it.
Yeah. I never had to actually experience tattooing on like a total stranger or someone who made me feel tense. I tattooed on like a total wild human being who literally like didn't even like barely cleaned it after, put jeans on, and we went out like he didn't give a fuck. It was like so stress free on my first two tattoos.
I mean,
But
that's
yeah,
good.
some people like probably would scare the shit out of me. I can only imagine.
Oh yeah, I've got horror stories.
Dude, I'm really looking forward. I am gonna wait until I get the physical copy to read the last issue because you sent me the whole thing. But like,
Mm.
yeah, I like, I really do. I think I've read like two or three comics digitally this year, just because people wanted to come on and do this, and there was no physical copy. But like, I 100% prefer to read comics like physical form, man.
Yeah, there's just something about like being able to like hold it and also seeing it like
Yeah,
I don't know like yeah like like certain page like that one with like the owl face and the wizard face like split down the middle like I think you need to read it like that way to
oh
like
yeah,
really get it.
yeah. There's certain, yeah, exactly. I mean, like, the thing I love about comics, there's so many things I love about them, but just to have a double page spread, like, it doesn't really work if you're on Global Comics. I think doing a vertical or like a,
Yeah.
what do you call it? What's the other big one? The other big digital comic thing?
Like
What's the biggest?
Comixology is like
Yeah,
I don't know
like
if that's still around, but yeah.
there's another one too. They're just the vertical scrolls in general. It's like
Oh,
you
webtoon.
almost have to it's like a different design essentially.
Yeah.
Um, you know Ron Wimberly? He, you know the artist Ron Wimberly?
No, I don't think so.
He did this thing called Gratuitous Ninja, which came out all vertical, and like this publisher did this sick thing where they did print it, but it's like literally printed like vertical. Like this is just an accordion thing that keeps unfolding,
That's
and
really sweet.
and it's awesome. But it was designed like that because it was originally digital, and then
Yeah.
so they went backwards and made it physical. Whereas I think most of the time people are going the other way, where they make like a book, and then they have to go back and figure out how it's going to read vertically.
Right. You gotta
But
like
yeah,
shift
I
stuff
always see
around.
artists like struggling with the translation because like sometimes there's a ton of reworking you have to do.
Yeah. Not well, I started using Global Comics recently because like 'cause, I don't know, people kept telling me like, and I feel like Webtoon is probably like the most accessible and like popular like digital comic
Yeah.
platform, but I hated the idea of like having to like 'cause I draw it like so it's ready for print. Um, so like the idea of like having to like do it two different ways is just like too much work that I don't feel like doing. But Global Comics is nice because it's like um, yeah, it's formatted for like the same way it would be for print. And I also like the I forget what it's called, but the way it can like zoom in on panels. I've always liked that idea for digital or for yeah reading digital comics.
Oh, the fact you can like go like that. You mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, this is a great page to end on, man. Um, but there is another issue, and it's
yep,
coming out in the full trade. I only got this 5 issue trade, Dude, congratulations, man. This is major achievement.
Thank you. Yeah,
Um,
it felt very good. Just been like working on it like on my iPad for like a year, and then to just like finally have like the product. It's awesome.
how did you get it off the iPad? Did you what program do you use to lay it out?
I use InDesign.
Okay. Nice, man. Yeah, this is an excellent comic. I can't recommend it enough. Um, when do you? I'm going to just show a little more of this Ron Wimberly thing since I just pulled it out and we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's freaking pretty cool. It's like there's a bunch of these in here. It's like a pretty thick box, so there's like that many of these in here.
I gotta show that to the Apollo City guys because they were talking about there's like someone else who's they have a comic that's like this, like a vertical one, and they were trying to figure out like a way to print it, like to retain that
Yeah,
vertical aspect of it. They were talking about maybe doing like a scroll, like you could like open it up, which I thought would be cool.
like a rolled up scroll. That would also be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I can't say I've seen that. I can't say I've seen
That's what I
anyone
thought
do
was
that.
like that was pretty unique.
Yeah, this is dope, man. Ron Wimberly's a legend. But yeah, there's a bunch of those in there. It's a pretty thick thing that he made.
And it's on like one story.
Yeah, it's called Gratinin, Gratuitous Ninja, and
Gratuitous.
Beehive Books, I think, put this out. It's like a pretty awesome box, really awesome box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's designed by it too.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get this. I don't know if it was just through Kickstarter or if you can get more of these. But yeah, like Ron's also a really good designer. He makes it look like it's straight out of Japan, even though I know he's living in Brooklyn. Word. I'm gonna turn the camera back around. So yeah, man. Living a fantasy. Where'd this idea come from in the first place? Was it like is there a story behind, it happening or coming into reality?
Wait, sorry. I think my iPad or my iPod or AirPods are dying.
Do you need to charge them?
Yeah, is there gonna be like an echo if I take them out?
No, you sound fine. I don't have anything in. Give it a try.
Is there a bad echo?
There's no echo. It just sounds different.
Okay. What was the question?
How'd you come up with the idea for living a fantasy in the first place?
What? Yeah, like it started with like that first like those first 3 pages, just in that class, and
Yeah.
then yeah, I remember like when I was like driving home from like work one night, and I was just like, yeah, because I did like a couple other like sort of short gags, like the vampire one, the leprechaun one, and I was like, oh, I could just like keep doing these and just like set them in the same world, and like sort of do like I'm a big Terry Pratchett fan too, like Discworld, and I was like, I don't think there's like a version of that that's been done in comics. So I was like, I'll just do it myself. And I was also kind of surprised that like no one's really done like this idea, like a owl wizard anthropomorphic character. So yeah.
Actually, it's funny. It's funny that you should say that. And my buddy Drew, I don't think he's on here anymore. Yeah, he's not here anymore. But he actually has an anthropomorphized wizard in Broken Light. Yeah, but you're right. It's not super common, but he has that.
Well, we can share it.
Yeah, there's nobody's allowed to claim ownership of ideas, man. That's you can't copyright ideas for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean just because people do something. I don't know how you feel when you see someone who's doing something similar to you. It hurts sometimes, or it makes you feel like discouraged. But I don't know. I keep either like it either forces me to make my idea better, or it just forces me to be like my idea's fine and it's different. Either way, I'm just like, it's okay to feel weird in the moment, but like you don't have to. It doesn't have to ruin your life or make you quit. It's like keep doing what you're doing.
I could definitely see if I know like there's like the famous artists who like they get like screwed out of money and
Right.
like that would that would suck. But
Yeah,
like
that's a totally different circumstance. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, because I do like classes with kids and like that's a constant thing where like one kid draws something and then another kid
Oh yeah.
does the same thing and they're like, he's copying me, he's copying me. I'm like, just try to think of it like you did a really cool thing and they want to try to emulate that and like they're like inspired by you. Like that's the positive way I think to think about it.
Yeah. And then there's just straight up simultaneous things happening. People who don't know each other doing similar things.
Right.
I've had to face that many times in my life and just kind of get over it. Rather than make an angry post claiming that some stranger who I've never met is ripping me off, and just like, this is the universe. This is the universe. We're all channeling the universe through our bodies. It's all
Yeah.
right.
It's there's like a word for it too, like parallel thought, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think there's a couple different terms for it.
yeah, I
Yeah,
bet
yeah, man.
there's so many ideas out in the world and like someone's gonna come up with it or take that idea.
So, TURTLEMAN. I don't think I have any TURTLEMAN, or if I do, I have like maybe one issue. I think you did give me like one issue when I first met you. Maybe I'm not
Oh,
sure.
okay.
I don't remember, but I haven't read that. What's TURTLEMAN about?
Turtle Man that's the first comic like I ever did. I did that was actually also in my I should probably just shout out Eben Kling, who's my illustration professor. He's like a great artist, and he really like helped me out like with. I did comics for like all of his assignments when I was in school,
Nice.
and he like I did Turtle Man the first issue for my senior project with him, and then that was like the first graphic novel that I did because I did 5 issues of that, and yeah, it was. I mean, that one's definitely I don't know. Like, I think some people get like turned off by it because of like the art style because it was very like. I mean, it was when I was like sort of figuring things out. I did it black and white because it was like easier and faster. Um, but like I feel like I was able to like practice and like learn a lot of like storytelling things with that. But I guess like the pitch for that one is it's like uh, a guy who is a normal guy and it's I always say it's like Don Quixote meets Batman. Like it's a guy who's obsessed with comics, and he just tries to become like his own superhero called Turtle Man. He's got no superpowers. He's not very competent or skilled, but he goes for it. And
I
like
feel like that seems to be a common thread. You like characters who are like either inept or just like accident prone, and then they have to
yeah,
deal with their shit. They're like,
yeah, but they're going for it. They're and he's got like a Sancho Panza kind of like sidekick called the Hare, who is competent. Um, which it's like that dynamic of like this hero is not competent, and the sidekick is competent.
I love that.
She's
Yeah,
very ugly, and people are always like freaked out by her. Um, yeah, and I'm doing because I did the first one, which is Turtle Man Year One, which is like the origins, and now I'm doing Absolute Turtle Man, which is sort of like in my mind it's like his redemption arc, I guess. Um,
I love it, man.
thanks.
And then you'll end on Turtle Man Returns or something. So,
Yeah, who knows? I
yes.
kind of like I was saying before, like I don't like it when things go on for like too long. Like I like when there's an ending. And I wasn't really planning on going back to Turtle Man, but people I don't know, people always seem to like it. So and I had an idea for it, so I figured just do one more for now.
Nice. Do you watch Adventure Brothers at all?
Um, I've seen it. I don't watch like a lot of it, but like yeah, I that was actually when I was doing like these comics in my illustration class. I remember my professor was saying like watch like some of this and like he had like an art book on like Venture Brothers.
Because Nick was saying that La Brick Frog, which is a character I don't remember from the show. I don't know if I got that far. Uh, but yeah.
I'll have to check it. Well, I remember a friend of mine. I sent her like the first Turtle Man, and she was like, "This is like Super by James Gunn," and I hadn't seen that movie, and then I watched it. I was like, "Okay, I can definitely see. I can see the similarities. I mean, it's like Kick Ass. I guess Super. Yeah, like a
I haven't
normal guy. Yeah, trying to be a superhero.
Nice. Yeah, that's a fun. I gotta get that from you next time I see you. If I don't, I gotta go through. I didn't go through my boxes because I might have something, but I'm not sure. Are you doing any upcoming shows or planning on any for next year?
Uh, I think there's one that I'm like forgetting. Um, I mean, I'm definitely gonna try and do IC3 again.
Yeah,
I don't know when. Did they like announce when?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
hope not because I haven't signed up yet.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna. I mean, it's like I could throw a rock out this window and I could hit the building. That like.
Oh, you're that close?
Yeah.
Nice,
um,
man.
so like, yeah, definitely that one. I want to try going to like Heroes Con. I don't know if I'll like table because I don't. It seems hard to get in. But I definitely just want to like go and like check it out.
Yeah,
Um,
same here, man. I don't know if I'll get in, but I want to go next year.
Actually, I'm trying to. I want to like travel more, just in general. And I know there's Thought Bubble, which is in the UK, and I'm gonna try and get tickets to go there. I think it's nice to. I don't know. I want to try to go to ones that like are places I've never been before too, just so I can like kind of have an excuse to travel.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I need to start compiling like a spreadsheet with all the shows just so I can start tracking them. And I know that there's like several services that you can use to like track them and apply to them and track your application process and all that. Um, I'll probably get involved in that in the future.
Yeah. Thanks
But
again,
yeah, man.
by the way, for connecting me with Alfonso Martin and helping me get like a table.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys were at Bix together,
Yep.
Brooklyn Independent Comic Showcase.
Yeah.
I
Super nice
love
guy.
I love that location. I love the organizers. I love that comic store. Um, there's just two unfortunate realities. One is that the weather's usually really shitty at that time of year. It's April, I think, right? And then the other is like I said, I love the location. I love the reality, like how nice it is there. But the location sucks. Like nobody wants to go to industry. Nobody wants to go down there. It's
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, it's just a difficult spot to get to, man. Like,
I'm not super familiar with the area, but I remember I was melting in that building because
oh,
like,
it's hot.
oh yeah, I like people were saying because I think was it like the second year that they did it? I think. Um,
Third year.
okay. I know the year before they were saying that like it was outside and like things were being like the wind was blowing stuff around.
Yeah,
So they did it inside, but it was I don't know. I don't know if it was just like all the bodies like in one like building at once, but yeah, it was crazy hot.
like too early in the year to turn the AC on, so you're just baking.
Yeah, I think there wasn't an AC going, but it was cool. I got to meet like a lot of cool people, and that was actually kind of how I started having conversations with Apollo City because they were, like I like in person met them at IC3, and then like met them again at Bix, and then like hung out with them afterwards, and
Nice.
yeah, and they were like, let's get a Kickstarter going for you, and I was like, oh, yes, please, thank you.
I forget where I was, but I think I was like out of town or something. But I love going to that. Oh no, I was just working. I remember now. I was just on a job. But but yeah, Alfonso's awesome, man. He's such a great dude. I'm going with him and my friend CJ. I'm renting a car and driving us out to Eddie Pecan in Pittsburgh
Oh,
in less than a month. Yeah, we're like less than a month away now. Crazy how time is flying. It's like
yeah,
I had one goal this year to make issue one of Neon Spring, and I'm afraid I'm getting further away from that every day. But
yeah. Life be life, and
yeah, life be life, but I feel like once I get going, I am gonna, I've got so much written and planned, and like you, I'm not gonna stick to. I'll change it as I go if I feel like it,
mm,
and I know that once I get rolling, it'll roll. And honestly, I take a lot of inspiration from your book on many levels, and one of them is the cartooning, just simplifying the style, like so it's not so laborious because I can't be doing super detailed panels on every page. Um, save it for like a splash page or something. But like,
mm,
but yeah, man, I don't know. I forced myself to read comics now just because it is so inspiring. Because there were like years where I was like, oh, I'm too busy, I can't do anything, I can't read comics, and now I purposely like plan my days around reading comics and make sure that I do.
that's
For
awesome.
mental sanity and inspiration, and just because it's like, why am I going to make comics if I don't even enjoy them anymore?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what like like even seeing you like flip through stuff, I can remember like the stuff that I was reading when I was drawing them. Like what the whole like dragon fight,
I was reading One Piece, and like you can
I
probably
know.
see like certain certain elements, and like yeah, I don't know, I feel like I'm just constantly like seeing things. I'm like, that's an interesting idea. Like, I wonder like how I could try doing that.
I feel like everybody probably does that to some extent. Like
Yeah,
whatever they happen to be reading or watching filters its way into the project one way or another.
yeah, definitely. I remember like I was reading Something Is Killing the Children, and I didn't like. I think this is something that James Tinian does a lot with his books, where like he'll have like I don't know if you're familiar with this, but like he'll do like the panels going across the what do you call that, the middle part of the book, and I thought that was like a really like it kind of like takes you out of it, but it's like a jarring thing, that is like definitely purposeful because he does it like with different artists, and I was just like that's interesting, like I'm gonna try to do. I did that in like the first Turtleman volume, just to see like how it would work, I guess, like in my version.
Did it work for you? Were you happy
Yeah,
with
I
it?
liked it. I feel like I don't think I would use it like uh it has to work for the story, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I'm always trying.
I feel like we're the gods of our stories, though. We can bend the story to the panels too. It could go both ways. Like everyone's always talking about, it needs to serve the story, but man, we could just like bend the whole thing so everything serves whatever purpose we want it to, man.
That's true.
I
I,
firmly believe that.
yeah, whatever I want the story to be. That's all.
Yeah. Do you happen to have Turtleman readily like available? Is it like within arm's reach, just to hold up so we can get like an idea of what it is?
I actually do have. Well, again, so this is like, this is not the trade. This is like the first ever issue. This is the one I did for
Yeah.
my college class. So like, yeah, splash page. This is the cover, and then this is like the artwork. So, I don't know what I'm showing right now. But yeah, black and white.
Yeah, I totally remember it now.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, I just wanted to have so people could have some idea of what it is.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold that up real quick. Go back to that
Oh,
previous page. What are we looking at?
so
Is like something going into the guy's head?
yeah, so this is like, have you like Don Quixote, or like have you read it or no, like yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, him kind of being like sad and like kind of directionless, I guess, in life, maybe a little depressed, and then he goes like a bookstore, sees some comics, starts reading them, and then like similar to like Don Quixote, where it's like just falls in love with like stories about knights and chivalry. He's falling in love with like comics, and yeah, they're going into his head. These are some.
Wait, hold on. Can you go down so we can see that? I want to look at that. The comics going into his head.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's sick, man.
thanks. Yeah. Some some Temu versions of Batman and Superman. Then him running. He's got to figure out. He's got to do like a montage of him getting his outfit together. His alter ego. This is. It's weird. I know it's like backwards. I'm trying to like. I'm setting up.
Well, no, I'm gonna put this up on YouTube really soon, and I'll flip it so it's.
Oh no.
They're on YouTube.
Actually, I remember. So when I was doing this, because like the real life superheroes, like those guys, like who like in real life are like trying to be like superheroes.
No, what do you mean?
There's like guys who like they'll dress up as like a superhero and like they'll go on the streets and like, I don't know exactly what they do, but like they'll like basically like
You're talking about like in real life people dressing up as vigilantes, acting like vigilantes, or you're just talking about cosplay? No, I don't. I'm not familiar with any like people dressing up as superheroes and being vigilantes for real.
There's guys that do it like for real, and I remember I was.
Oh my god!
When I was talking, because when I was coming up with this, I was talking to my professor about, because he did not like the idea of like doing a superhero thing. Like he's not really like a Marvel DC type artist.
Most professors are not, man.
Yeah, but like I was talking like there's like people who like actually do this, and then he was like you should try like interviewing them, and I was like okay, so I like they have like Facebook accounts.
Oh my god!
I DM'd like a bunch of them and was like asking them questions and stuff, and like so. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a very flattering, I guess, portrayal of like them, but I just try to do it, like they're just normal people. Like they're a
Yeah,
normal
of
person
course.
that's messing up and like
I
yeah,
mean, the reality of someone trying to be a superhero, as long as they don't take it too far, maybe it's harmless. But it's like, Batman is so unrealistic, even with $1 billion budget. It's like, I don't know, man. It's
yeah,
it's such a bad idea for anyone to go out and be a vigilante.
yeah. I would not recommend it. I mean, I feel like um the more normal ones that I talked to, I feel like they were more like neighborhood watch, I guess, but more like theatrical, I
Yeah,
guess.
a theatrical neighborhood watch.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
some of them were a little strange. But anyways, yeah. So
I
that and
remember
this
there
is
was
like,
a Nightwing run that Scott McDaniel was drawing back. I think it was the '90s, and there was a character who got introduced to who was like he wanted to be like Batman and Nightwing.
hmm,
And I really loved that storyline because he was a disaster. It was like everything he did wrong, but he didn't think he did, and he was creating havoc everywhere he went, and it was like really well written that way.
yeah. No, well, yeah. I think there's like something kind of endearing about like just that idea of like you're not good at it, but like I mean, in some ways, I feel like I can relate to that. As an artist, like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
matter if you're there yet, but like yeah, just go for it. Um,
Yeah, you're approaching it in a more endearing way for sure, man. So,
sorry. Yeah. And this is in like oh yeah, so like kind of like the classic. He's like on a rooftop. He sees a little girl trying to get her cat out of the tree. He like runs down. Um, he like goes to this little girl with like pigtails, um, huffing and puffing, and then the cat like attacks him because it's like a rabid cat. Um, oh yeah, superhero. That's the documentary actually that I saw that made me. I saw that when I was a kid, and I was like, okay, I guess there's like actual people that will like do this. But yeah, and then the cat's like attacking him. He like flings it away from him with his shield. Uh, yeah, there's the cat spinning away, and then like the little girl um, is like thanking him, and she's kind of ugly. Um, and then it's like she's outside of an orphanage.
is she the
Um,
one who you were talking about? The one who ends up being his assistant?
yeah, because yeah, he's like, "Oh, you're an orphan. Like that's perfect." And then yeah, he asks her like if she can like put together a costume, and then now it's TURTLEMAN in the hair. So he's got a sidekick now. Um, and then he sees like an old lady on a corner of a street who needs like help walking across the street. And then yeah, he's like, we gotta go help her. And then this is like kind of my version of like the windmills in Don Quixote. Um, whatever. Just hope the pages are like easily seen. But yeah, so he sees like wind turbines, and he's like imagining them as big like killer robots. So like Don Quixote sees like the windmills as like giants when they're just windmills. But yeah, so then they run down and try to like help the old lady, and then she pepper sprays the hair. And she's like all mad at them and like shaking her cane at them. And then he throws his shield at the old lady, knocks her out. And then the hair is mad at him for putting her in this situation, and she calls him like a loser. And she's quitting being his sidekick. And he's like all happy because like, oh, now you can be a Nightwing. And
Does he actually say that?
I did what did I say? I had him say Night Winge just to make it a little
Just so they can't come at you.
yeah. I don't know. I think it's like I remember people were saying like with some of my stuff like I'm gonna get like a cease and desist. I don't know. No one said anything yet, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm not really like making like a ton of money or like any money off of like
Yeah, you're fine, man.
yeah. Then he goes back to like the wind turbines. and he's all sad. And then there's a cop that shows up because he's trespassing, and the cop recognizes him from the news. He's like, "Oh, I know who you are. Like, you're TURTLEMAN." And he's like happy because someone like knows who he is. But then he gets arrested. He's like reading him his Miranda rights. And that's the end of the first issue. Oh, and this is like another splash page of like him knocking out the old lady.
Nice, man.
Nice. Yeah, that was like, this is the first thing I ever made, which was in 2023, I think.
Wow, man. You've done a lot. You've done
Yeah,
a good amount of work.
I'm probably a workaholic, but yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, man. I know people like to talk down on it, but I feel like you have a fiance, you have a relationship, and you seem like such a great guy. I'm sure you balance it all out fine. You know.
Yeah, I think
This stuff takes work, man. It takes dedication and hard work. It doesn't happen by itself. We literally making every page ourselves. So
yeah. Oh, thank you, Agent X. Yeah. No, I feel like, I mean, even with like this, with like the comics, it's just, I feel like you just gotta be patient. Like, I don't know, that's how I like approach it. Is like, just be patient with like yourself and the work, and just like slowly chip away at it. Like, it's not gonna happen overnight. So I don't know. I try to do something every day. Like, that's just how I do it. It's like every day I gotta draw something. Doesn't matter like what it is, but like just slowly build it up.
yeah. My buddy Devin says he knows your work. He says he's impressed too that it's from 2023. Yeah, Devin's another guy. He's been putting in the work, man. Just regular, just stay consistent with it. You said patient. I know consistency is super important. It's just, we can only do so much every day, so it's just really about doing as much as you can every day. And I feel like a lot of people get overwhelmed. A lot of people who haven't like quite done anything yet get very overwhelmed looking at the people who do things, whether it's because they have a lot of stuff or they seem really good. But it's like, you got to take that pressure off, and you just got to like focus on one day at a time what you can actually do. And I feel like everybody is surprised. Even I feel like experienced people are surprised by how much you get done in a year if you just stay consistent. I mean,
Yeah.
you got a whole trade paperback now, man. It's like a major accomplishment.
Okay.
So
No, yeah. I feel like, I mean, I've definitely like had moments where I'm like, putting too much pressure on myself, I guess, and like, it's not good. Like, it's not good for you or the people around you to be like that way.
I just went through like probably 2.5, maybe 3 months of that. I'm like coming out of it, and I'm like, fucking, it sucks, man. It's usually when like too many things pile up. Like, that's usually when I get really anxious about everything. But yeah, man, comics are supposed to be fun. So it's like, if you're stressing out about it, then you got to change something, whether it's just in your head or on the page, whatever it is, you got to change it so it's not super stressful.
Yeah. Also, thanks, Devin. I appreciate the kind words. And I do recognize his username. I feel like I've seen his work before too.
Yeah, he's a great guy. You guys should definitely, if you don't already follow each other, you guys got to check each other out.
Yeah, definitely.
He's super inspiring. He'll do live streams. I love listening to you, Devin, when you're talking and drawing. It's fun as hell, man. He's got good stream of consciousness, good positive thinking.
I'll have to check it out. But yeah, and going back to what you were saying too, like, I feel like I always think like no one knows who I am too. So like there is like no pressure for me. Like, there's no like expectations really beyond like my own like expectations that I put on myself.
Yeah. Versus if we've been doing this for like 2 decades, and then everybody kind of wants us to do what we already did.
Yeah,
we're not. Yeah, that's something I remind myself all the time. This is like, it can kind of feel discouraging when you're totally unknown. You're not sure how you're going to make money. You're not sure if you're ever going to have success. Like, I think it's easy to go down a rabbit hole of just feeling hopeless and bad. But I imagine being successful and like you were describing, other people's expectations at that stage versus my own, and like, I feel like this is actually the most beautiful time. We're going to look back on this and be like, damn, like post-pandemic indie comics world was like the coolest fucking was one of the coolest moments in time, you know?
Yeah.
And, I'm sure, some people are going to drop off and not make things. Some people are going to skyrocket. A lot of us are just going to be chugging along, doing what we can, however we can. And yeah, I guarantee you, like 10 years from now, we'll look back and hopefully we'll still be rocking, maybe rocking better and harder. But like, this will always be like an unparalleled moment where like, because I've been talking, we've all been meeting each other, and just since the pandemic, post-pandemic, and everybody's got the same story, man. We were like, our jobs kind of went away, and we were like, I'm going to make my comic, the thing I wanted to do my whole life. Finally going to do it.
That stuff, is that like, because I know, did you like start like kind of being more like immersed in like the art world like around the pandemic?
I started being more immersed before the pandemic, but I finally made the comic during the pandemic.
Oh god.
Because that was something that was forever being pushed back. I was doing video for a living and 100 other things and saying yes to too many things. And the comic, I wanted to do the comic more than anything, and it was always the last thing that I would do every day. And that still remains a problem to this day.
Oh, yeah. When I had like lockdown and like, I feel like that was really just like, I have like a ton of free time. And I didn't really like draw that much in between like high school and like when I went into high school, I feel like I like stopped drawing for some reason. And then like,
you stopped in high school?
Yeah. I feel like it's funny too, even like with like these classes I've been doing, like kids like, it's just, you always draw when you're like a kid, and then like once you like go out of 8th grade, you're not like required to have a drawing class anymore, so like you just don't draw anymore, or some kids just like stop doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I've never really stopped. I've just been like a close observer of watching so many people who were like, I've seen so many people that are better than me just get discouraged or quit or for whatever reason leave and not come back, and like, yeah, it happens, man.
Yeah,
it's like whatever it is, whether it's just like you, in some cases it's probably better because it's not. I don't think everybody's cut out for this. It's not good for mental health for a lot of people, for a lot of reasons too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, the world doesn't want you to be an artist. It's like you have to fight against everything, I feel like, to make anything. And
I agree. I mean,
that's what makes it so beautiful. That's why I get so like hyped up around other artists, because I know like we're all like overcoming, whether it's just little personal things or major life challenges, whatever it is, like we're all overcoming things. Every piece of art we make is like, you spent time doing that instead of whatever else you could do,
Yeah. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I would love to. If anyone wants to write me a check, I'll take money. But like, it's not like I make money. I make enough money through like my jobs where like I can do this for fun, and like, and it's just what it's like how some people like paint or like pottery or whatever. This is just like the art form that I kind of gravitate more towards.
Comics are your pottery.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Yeah, it's a funny thing, man. I definitely, like I said earlier, man, looking through the comic, it's like, I had to ask, but it's pretty obvious that you're not like stressed out and you're just really enjoying it. And, that definitely reads like you could tell. I feel like you can tell when somebody's really in the flow and enjoying what they're doing in comics versus like, laboring over it too much,
Yeah. And the fact that you were like laughing while you're reading it, that's all I need. I remember when I was doing like my my classes in college, and like I would do comics or like a drawing. I kind of miss this. Like I missed that like in those classes they would like put it on like a smart board, and I could like hear people laugh like genuinely at like the stuff that like I had done, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like that's it's working. Like
dude, when something you do lands the way you want it to land, it's the best, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's like I've had moments where people cheer and I'm like, oh wow, fuck yeah, it worked. Because like I feel like when I was first doing music videos and trying to make films, I was petrified at the thought of like going to a festival and showing my stuff. I was also afraid to talk publicly in front of people, so I was just scared shitless. But like, you got to do it, and you really learn like what's working and what's not working when you're actually in the real world and you're watching people's reactions. And it's invaluable, and like it is scary, it's terrifying, but it's like I highly recommend everybody do it.
Yeah, kind of yeah, you kind of just be a little fearless, and I feel like people are like more receptive than like I at first like would give them credit for. Like I would be very nervous to like show, like even with like this, because I brought this to like my local comic book store, and like the guy was like really. I'm always grateful for Dan, the owner of BoomTube Comics, for like carrying this, and like I was kind of a little nervous like showing it to people, but like the fact that they like enjoyed it and were like giving me like positive feedback, I was like, oh okay, like that's cool. People actually do like.
What's BoomTube Comics? It's a store, or it's a something else?
Oh yeah, it's a comic book store in Southington, Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great comic store. If you're in the area, definitely check it out. I think they're like, I'm not just saying this just because like they've like carried my books, but like they are like a really like a nice staff, good lighting, very well organized.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I've been compiling my own spreadsheet of stores because I really do plan like for my next Kickstarter to literally just call them all up and try to get them all to buy in on the retailer package. Because I did that for my first one. I added a retailer package like more than halfway through it, and I was too busy with like work, like a job, and also like actually running the Kickstarter, which is a ton of work. It's like so much more work than some people realize.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like, I don't know, I went super hard at it. And yeah, I was just like, I wasn't prepared for that element. I didn't bake that in until the middle. But the next time I do a Kickstarter, I'm gonna be ridiculously prepared on every level that I can imagine now, and like I can't wait.
Yeah,
you said this
like
is your first Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, I'm so happy that like Apollo City helped me with. I'm literally like still like asking them questions like, so what's a stretch goal, like how does that work? Like I don't know. I feel like it's just not really like something like I know people that like do Kickstarters, and like I've seen people post about them and stuff, and like I knew I would like probably have to do that at some point if I wanted to like get the book out there.
Yeah.
But it's like business and money is just not really something like I factor in or like consider a whole lot. So really happy they were like helping me out with that.
Yeah, Brandon's awesome, man. I've had Max on here. I think I only had him on here once, but I've been on Spilled Ink twice, I think now with him. You've been on Spilled Ink, right? You've done that before.
Yep. I'm doing it actually tomorrow night too, just to
Oh man,
promote.
I should have just said that I'm down for tomorrow night. I have a piece ready to go. But yeah, I want to plan it. I want to plan one. I want to do one with you, hopefully, and I want to get my buddy Scott Gerard Rule and maybe plan it with a couple other people.
Oh yeah, you should get Scott Gerard Rule because I really like his artwork too.
Let's talk. Let's the three of us talk like by ourselves, and then we'll tell Brendan or Max that we want to hop on. Let them know.
We can figure out the schedules.
Yeah. I've just been having. I really did have. I hate to admit this, but I had like a mini meltdown, just like stressing myself out. And like, I have no shortage of projects, no shortage of things that I can draw on the show, but I just wasn't like getting them ready in time. Like Thursday rolls around and I'm like, I'm not ready, or I don't think I'm going to be ready. And then I end up being ready. And then I end up like drawing along anyway. I'm just like watching the show and drawing.
I don't know. I think it's like, I mean, yeah, I'm the same way too, because I know that like there's no pressure with like that show, but like I want it to like, I feel like for me, I just wanted to like have something on the screen that like will be interesting for people to like see that I'm drawing.
Right.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I feel like I probably should plan it, but
if you don't have anything, I would just say do like a pinup of your own characters for.
Yeah.
Is the trade like super done? Like you can't add anything to it, or you're gonna add? You said people are doing pinups, right? So you haven't printed anything yet.
No, it's not printed yet. Yeah, we're gonna add like the dedication page, the pinups, stuff like that.
Yeah, so you should do a pinup of your own characters, man.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I'll do Neon Spring. Actually, I don't know.
Do that when I have issue 1. I'll send you issue 1 before it's like totally done, and ask you, and then maybe we could like trade pinups or something like that.
I'll be off, dude.
Because I'm actually telling that to people who are like ready to do pinups and covers for me. I'm like, but it's not like issue 0, so just wait. You gotta wait. Although with a pinup, I have like I'll have no feedback with a pinup. I'll literally let anybody do whatever they want. Whereas like a cover, I feel like, all right, I'm paying you, and now I'm going to give you notes, especially if you're fucking up, if you're way off topic, way off brand or whatever, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
People, I don't really care that much. I'm not that worried, but people can be, there's like a group of comic lovers who hate covers that have nothing to do with the inside of the comic, you know? Like they will blacklist you if they see that your cover has nothing to do with the inside.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not really afraid of them or worried about it, but yeah, I kind of want to make sure the covers aren't like totally out of left field. Whereas like a pinup, the cool thing about a pinup is like if it's insanely off, it doesn't matter because it's a fucking pinup. Like let it just have fun with it. Who cares, man?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like yeah, that Crumbs of Rye Art was like sending me the thumbnails of like the one that he was doing, and I was like, you know, do whichever one you want. I mean, he did ask me, and I like said which one like I like the most. But I feel like I just want people to have an opportunity because there's like books that I've submitted stuff for, and like, you know, they're not paying me to do it, but like just the idea of like having something that I don't have to pay for be printed and like have it in print is like, you know, I just like that idea. I just want to like have it and I just want to have my artwork in like some other people's books.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shout out Technodrome. What's up, man? He says that he loves a non sequitur cover. I kind of do too, man. There's been like I have so many comics that I bought in the '90s, and yeah, like some of the best covers have nothing to do with the inside. And that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's like the cover is just supposed to be evocative. It's supposed to be like enticing and awesome. And yeah, I don't have to put that much pressure on it, but I don't know. Every project's different, you know.
That's true. I kind of cover that like I really like, and I kind of want to try doing one for Living in Fantasy at some point, or maybe TURTLEMAN is the I don't know what you would call like these types of covers, but the ones like All Star Superman would do those like the Silver Age ones where it's like a scene and there's like dialogue.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's like not necessarily like something from like it might not be like how it actually played out in the book, but like I don't know, that type of cover I really like.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I love that look too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's become its own like trope or its own style of cover that people will do.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely a reference to like I don't even know how to name it. What did you say, Silver Age or something, or like?
Yeah, I feel like I've seen those a lot in like the Silver Age ones.
Yeah, it's definitely like an reference to the old comics, but yeah, maybe someone in the chat can tell us what it's called.
Yeah,
because I know it. I've done it. I've done it myself, and I don't know what it's called.
Norman Rockwell.
Yo, Devin, I think I told you. Devin was on a live stream, and he was talking about Frank Quietly and Grant Morrison, and specifically All Star Superman. And I took it out. I found Ron Wimberly's fucking Prince of Cats, which I needed to find anyway. But I read All Star Superman, reread it like I think in a day, just because you were talking, just because you were having an inspiring stream, man. So thank you for that. Yeah, that team is nuts, man. They're wild.
Yeah, I love All Star Superman. That's like I'm so glad that like DC finally like realized that like that's like a good way to do Superman and like let James Gunn. Did you see that movie?
I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah.
Did they reference it a lot or take a lot from it?
It's not like there's not like stuff. I think just like the characterizations and like the tone is very similar. Like it's not like a adaptation, but
Right.
like that Lex Luthor is like very. It's basically like the same Lex and like All Star Superman. Though I don't want to like spoil stuff I guess from the movie, but there's like wacky, strange stuff that like silly stuff that I love.
Oh man, Agent X says he almost got kicked out of the Rockwell Museum.
Why?
I feel like we gotta have Agent X. We gotta have our own stream someday where you explain that one or tell that story.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm a big Norman Rockwell fan too.
Yeah, Norman Rockwell's one of those artists that like, you know, I feel like I definitely can admit that I had a moment where I said I didn't like him anymore, but it's bullshit. Like if you say that, you're just being jealous of fame and popularity, I think, because he's undeniably like one of the greatest artists of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so iconic and beautiful. I think it's just like, yeah, it's so cookie cutter, like wholesome. I think that's what bothers a lot of people. That's what was probably pissing me off when I was a kid. But Yeah, I forget what age. I think I was in college when I came around to liking him again. He's
Oh yeah.
nuts. It's too
I
good.
mean, like I don't know what that one's called, but the one with like the Thanksgiving
Yeah,
thing. Like I
the
think
most.
that is very
That's
that's
like the
very
most famous, probably
yeah.
around the
I
dinner
like
table.
some of the other ones. Like I think there's just I like the his expressions and like I think there's like a psychology to the characters that you can really like analyze.
Yeah. Um, man, I feel like there's uh, there's a lot of excitement in the chat tonight, which is cool. more
Yeah,
more than usual. I appreciate it. I'm glad everybody's in here.
like the engagement.
Yeah. I don't ignore the chat, but I try to like keep it focused on the conversation as much as possible. I remember when like live first started, I would like, I wouldn't, when I say join, I would just like click on someone's live, and it would be the most incoherent thing because whoever was hosting it would be like mid sentence, they'd be like, "Yo, what's up?" It's like, dude, finish your sentence before you say what's up, at least, you know?
No, I mean this is the second time I've done this, and I remember like last night, like I saw people like saying stuff with like the one with Brandon, and I was like, oh, like he's talking, I can't really like respond to it, but like, and then I was at work today, and like someone was like, oh, I saw you live, and I was like, didn't even see you, bro. Like I was my eyes, I was trying to keep eye contact with like the guy on the screen.
Yeah, I mean that's the way to be. I think stay present as much as you can, unless there's like a group chat going on and you can like type in the chat or respond to the chat. Like, yeah, it's more important to stay present. Yeah, I like doing these just one on one. It's like I've been a part of plenty of things where it's a bigger group and then you can kind of like people can take turns responding to the chat. But I prefer one on one conversations personally.
Yeah. Like
So what else? What's going on, man? What's what's your Kickstarter looking like? Are you like every day waking up like doing something for it, or are you kind of like ready to chill and let it sort of unfold?
well, I don't know. I feel like I've got like a lot of things going on. Like I gotta well, because the summers I gotta go back to working at my like my real job in like a week.
Do you mind
And
me asking what your real job is?
I work at a school as like an art teacher.
Nice.
So yeah, I got that, and then I'm also in my master's right now to get my master's in teaching, and I have to go back to that in like a week.
Oh, wow.
So like a part of me was like really relieved because when I was planning the Kickstarter with Brandon, he was like, if you want to do like a low stress Kickstarter, like do 750, and I was like, perfect, let's do low stress. So then, like I was really thrilled that like I got funded like the first day, and now I feel like it's just, like because that'll cover it. That'll be like the basics. But yeah, if we can get more, if we can get like, I think the stretch goal is going to be 1,100. And like if we can get that, then like we'll. I don't know if he's still in this chat, but Rat Race Comics, Carl.
Carl, you still there?
He did a beautiful pinup of Otis, and so like if we hit the stretch goal, I think it's like I think this is how it works. If we hit that, then like people will get a free print of that
Nice.
pinup too. And then I don't know. I think we're probably gonna figure out some other stuff. I'm actually talking to the guy who did this one, Andrew Wanke. He's a great 3D artist, and I'm talking to him about making like a wand. Like maybe like have like a hollowed out thing, so I put like a light in it. So that might be like another thing that we're gonna add into it. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm at a point now that it's like funded where it's like low stress and I can just like have fun with it now.
Nice, man. Yeah, I wouldn't say I was stressed, but it was like I put like so much into my freaking Kickstarter. I was working so hard at it like every day. I was like working a serious full-time job and then like at the end of the night like working until I passed out. And I literally did like every day of the Kickstarter, which was I guess 31 days or something. And I remember like crying like the most amazing tears of joy when it was over. Like, oh, thank God. Like it was successful, but also just like the whole experience was so crazy that I broke down crying. And I think I wasn't live, but I put a video up of like being really emotional about it. And like I don't know, this stuff is emotional, man. We love it.
Yeah.
It's like great.
I mean, yeah, especially when you put like so much time into it and like work and
Yeah.
and it works and it pays off.
Yeah.
Even with like so like because I was reaching out to like the day before the Kickstarter, I was messaging every person like I know, every single person like I've ever met. I was like, hey, just so you know, I've got like a book coming out. If you're interested, like this is the link. And I was honestly like very like surprised with like, yeah, I mean some of these people like they were like a coworker that I knew from like 5 years ago, and they were like, oh, that's like awesome. Like I want to check it out. And I was like, all right, cool. Like I wasn't expecting. Yeah, it's nice to know like I haven't burned like a bunch of bridges and like people actually are.
And
Yeah.
honestly, what little I know about you, you're like one of the nicest people. I can't imagine you burning a bridge.
Oh, thanks. I mean,
But
yeah,
yeah, man, I'm glad to hear you did that because I know some people who refuse to do that, and I understand everything's like personal, and
Mhm.
you can't like demand anybody DM people, but I don't know. I feel like that's the best way to get results if you're not like a famous known entity is to just DM everybody, be like, "Yo, I'm doing this." I always send a note that says basically like it's live, you can support it, or just share it with somebody you know who loves comics. Like
Yeah.
I just leave it at that, because I feel like every single person in our lives, even if they don't like comics, they know someone who does, and if you can convince them to connect, that's invaluable, and like that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to connect with the people who are going to like what we do, and
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, our success is like it is like I don't want to say at our fingertips. It's like it's closer than we realize if we do it the right way and stay consistent because we're surrounded in this world. The network, it's easy to bridge the network if you put the work in. You just got to figure out how. And
Yeah,
the hard part is just like there's no one's showing you how to do that or telling you. There's no like way to find the people other than like going to conventions, posting regularly, asking people to share your stuff, whatever it is. It's just a lot of work. Just
yeah,
the work.
I've gotten to a point where like I've just got no shame. I just like and it is like the thing where like people will surprise you with like how supportive they are. Like I remember like with this when I was like showing it to the people at BoomTube, I was like, it's sort of like in the back of my mind where like I hope they're not gonna like think it's like lame or like whatever, but like some people were like, oh no, like this is really cool and like I want to get buy more comics off of you and like a lot of them have like supported like all the stuff I put out, which is like amazing. And they were strangers to me when I like first met them. Like if they were just like people at this comic book store that like I walked into one day and like now I'm like friends with some of them. So like it's crazy how it works out.
Yeah, I do love how like all the people I've met in the last year or 2 years alone, it's like, yeah, I'll just say some of the best people, period. But obviously, the thing that's cool is they're specifically in love with comics, which, like like a year ago, I didn't feel like I was as connected to a comic community as I am this year. Even just like going to IC3 for the first time a year after that, like I did so much work in that year to connect with more comic people, which makes a huge difference. Because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, it's great to be shameless and to just like DM everybody, which I definitely do too. But we need to find the people who love comics because that's the only way to make it sustainable.
Yeah.
I did have like an existential breakdown like the two nights before I launched my Kickstarter, where I really did feel like it was lame and like I'm like destroying myself and my career and my life. And then like you, it's just like I was surprised by how many people and who specifically would say, "Oh, this is fucking cool," and a lot of people thought it was cool. And honestly, anybody who doesn't like, we don't need to be best friends, or we can actually be friends, but like we're just not gonna interact on that level, which is sad because like that's how you connect with me. That's the way to connect with me. But yeah, I mean, thick skin. I like saying no shame, but more than that, we gotta be proud, man. We should be proud of our hard work. It's like, it kills me when people don't put that effort in because no matter who you are, you're putting a ton of effort into making the thing. So why not take that extra step of actually making sure that it's getting into people's hands and in front of people's eyes? Some people have entitlement. Some people just have fear, or they're stressed out and doubtful, whatever it is. You got to get past all that and just do it, man. It's just another part of the job.
I think that's been like just like the connecting with people too. That's been like my favorite part about doing like these shows and like
right.
Like when people like come up and like I mean, I'm always standing. I'm always trying to like talk to them and like show them my stuff. But I'm always like, no pressure. Like, you don't have to buy anything. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm not
No,
like,
you're chill. You're a chill dude. You're not one of the guys doing the hard sell before someone even come to your booth.
yeah.
And like, yeah, you don't want to be the guy who's trapping a person in a pitch that they don't want to listen to.
Yeah, I've been that guy and I don't like it, so I don't want to. I don't want to put someone through that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like I remember, well, yeah, because I did like little, I did like a little like pop up thing before I did IC3, and I remember like my family came to like check it out, and I remember my grandpa was like, "I'm gonna buy like all of them." Like I was like, "Okay, that's really nice. I appreciate that, but like, please don't do that." Because like I know you're trying to like support me, but like. I want like other like you can buy one or like two. But, like, I'm like
you talked yourself out of sales because there's your grandpa.
I know how he is. I know like he's he's got like a heart of gold and he's trying to like make sure I like have money and stuff, which is like nice. But like I'm like I do want to save some of these for people who like are actually gonna read them and like
you don't think you read them?
I don't think he read them. I think there's like kids that like neighbors that I think he like let them borrow, which is really cool. That like
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing I say. I'm sorry to cut you off, but like if I do give it to someone who I really get like I feel like they're not going to read it or they're not going to really want it, I'll make sure to let them know like please don't throw it away. Just give it to someone else. You know? Everybody knows someone who likes comics, man, or someone who might like comics, and
yeah, and I've had I have had like friends and family that like they probably aren't gonna read it, buy it, stuff, and I'm just like, okay, I'm in my mind I'm just hoping like it's gonna be like on their shelf, and like someone's gonna stumble upon it, and then they'll connect with it, like, and that's cool with me.
I didn't ask you what your like some of your top influences are because. You know, whether it's comics or movies, animation, like whatever, like how do you become such a good storyteller like you are, man? Like,
well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to like narrow it down, I guess, because there's like a bunch of them. But like for comic artists,
I know the list is it's silly when I get asked the question because I could literally just be like, all right, we could start at the top of that shelf, we go across and just keep going across and down, and I got shelves in the other room. I got like 7 shelves full of comics we could go through.
Yeah. I guess like for living a fantasy in particular, like outside of comic artists, Terry Pratchett is definitely a big one. Just like just the concept, I guess, like fantasy mixed with like absurdist humor, and like the fact that it's like a world and there's like different characters. That's probably one of the biggest ones. I was also reading Love and Rockets when I like first. When I was thinking of like taking it from like gag comics to like outside of that, because I loved like I mean I don't have to explain why like Love and Rockets I guess is like incredible, but like just the idea of,
and
like,
if you want I won't stop you, but yeah. it's one of the most beloved comic series of all time, and I love it. I love that it's as popular as it is. It should be more popular, but it's so awesome that it is beloved because
yeah, the structure of it too. Like I love the fact that you can just kind of jump in whenever. Like there's not really like a first volume, second volume, third volume. Like you can read it in order, but like you can also just jump in whenever. Like I really like when things are structured that way. And the fact that there's like multiple characters and like multiple storylines, and you can kind of like piece it together. Also just like the ink work that. Like, I haven't read a lot of Gilbert stuff, but like Jaime Hernandez's work is just like beautiful. I love like it's like balance between lights and darks, or positive and negative because it's like black and white.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely a big inspiration. I've been reading a lot of Peanuts recently, which I feel like is helping with like the, what's the word? Like, economy of story, I guess. Like, or yeah, just keeping it kind of simple. And yeah, I love like Peanuts and like a lot of gag strips where it's just like you get
the punchlines
4 panels. Yeah, tell the story in like 3 or 4 panels and like make it a cohesive. And then I'm like a huge fan of Jim Lee. When I was during lockdown, he was doing what's it called?
Twitch.
Yeah, he's doing Twitch streams. and I was
Yeah.
watching them, and I was like, this is incredible. Like the
It's pretty awesome that we can like now just watch him make
yeah,
art like that. Yeah.
from beginning to, and he does it like so effortlessly. Like he'll just like quickly like sketch it out, and then just like after like 5 minutes of sketching, just go straight into inking it, and it looks beautiful. And yeah, just hearing like his process and him talking about like how he does certain things. It's like I always say like it's like I felt like I was watching basketball lessons from Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I mean, totally. That's what it is, man.
yeah.
I want you to keep telling me things that inspire you, but I want to tell a quick Jim Lee story.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I learned years ago. This was pre-pandemic. There was it was Comic-Con, and Jim Lee was doing a drink and draw at a bar, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna go draw next to Jim Lee. I'm gonna go to like for me, I come from drink and draws. That means figure drawing, like a nude model, and we're all drawing together. But like in comics, that's not what that means. It usually means like you're, you know, especially not with Jim Lee. It was like Jim Lee was at the bar, and everybody was just like around him, or actually they kept everybody on one side, and everybody was on one side trying to see what he was doing. And so he drew while we all stared. And I remember being not pissed off, but like pretty womp womp. And I was like, "Are you serious?" I thought I was gonna be able to like sit next to or sit near him and draw or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like
yeah,
after
it
conversation,
was
so.
still cool. I met a bunch of cool people that night, so that's really
Yeah. No, cause I'm going to New York Comic Con this year and I'm going with my brother, and I'm planning on getting the first Batman Hush signed by him.
oh word.
It's gonna be I can't wait to meet him to say like, hey, like by the way, like you're the reason why I'm doing this right now. Like I watch your Twitch streams.
You're gonna wait on. You're prepared to wait on a line.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it. Whatever.
You do it.
I waited and.
If I'm around, I might be upstate doing it on another gig at that time. But if I'm around, we should link up, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I usually try to get in myself.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's great, and I mean, and I feel like he's also just kind of like inspiring too, where it's like, you know, he started as an artist, but made Image Comics, and now he's like the president of DC. I don't know, it's just like crazy life that guy's had.
No, when I think of Jim Lee, I think of like the highest form of discipline. Like, obviously he's nasty and we love his style, but like just his work ethic, just like really just a hard worker and very level-headed. Like he seems like one of the most level-headed people out of the whole crew.
Yeah.
You know, because they all had egos, him included, but he seemed like the most like rational through all of it, at least in the beginning years. Although I guess Mark Silvestri was very rational too. You just got Todd and Robert, like the two hotheads, I guess, you know. But yeah, he's just like he's such a model in terms of like his presence and aura, in addition to like his insane art.
Yeah, there's one like Twitch stream that I watched where he was saying like someone was like asking him for advice basically, and he was kind of just like, you know, things don't like just happen. You have to like work for it. Like if you no one's just gonna like give you a job. Like you kind of have to like put it to work and like, you know, prove yourself. And it's like, yeah, it's not like it's not the answer you want to hear, but like that's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, you hear it from like the best of the best when you hear their stories of like struggling and trying to get at where they got are insane. Like they all have the best stories, and they had to work their ass off and do all kinds of things that you never would have guessed were necessary. It's like, yeah.
I'm excited to meet him, even though it's probably gonna be like a quick interaction. He's probably just gonna be like, "Oh, that's nice," you know.
Yeah,
which would be cool to.
Well, you could get lucky and meet him in a different. Like I met Greg Capullo for the first time outside San Diego Comic-Con. Like I had just given up. It was like about to end. It was like 10 minutes away from ending, and I couldn't take it anymore. I went outside to just get fresh air. I was just like literally going like, "Oh fuck, I'm done. I got so tired." And him and his like wife or girlfriend walked by. I was like, "Oh shit!" I got to like actually like talk to him a little bit instead of because waiting on the line sucks, man. I don't think I could ever do it again. Like,
it's like I've done it with my brother. Like I did it. I hope it's not like too long, but I did it to meet Kevin Conroy at Terrificon in Connecticut.
Nice.
Like, yeah, that was a crazy long line, but like we were just like kind of.
It's cool if you got a homie or a brother or something. That's cool. I'm always just solo at these things, so.
And I'm so glad
you got to pee. You just got to hold it. You know?
Yeah. But no, I'm so glad I met him too, because like he died like a couple months later, and I was like, oh, really glad I.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I don't know. Some of those people too. I'm just like, you never know. I just want to be able to like meet them, just in case. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's so crazy how you don't know who's who's going to be around, who's going to make it to 100, and who's going to die young, man. It's really wild how the world works, man.
Yeah.
The timelines are trippy when you realize like some young guy who just died, and then there's like some very old legend who's still alive. It's really wild, man.
Yeah, it's weird.
So yeah, so do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 25.
That's crazy. I love that like Jim Lee is like still like having such an influence on people, man. That's amazing. Because I was in the 90s. I was like in probably middle school. No, I was in elementary school when the Jim Lee X-Men trading card series came out, and that's like what got me into all of it in the first place. You know, eventually I got all the comics. And that's like so fucking long ago. That's like a long ass time ago. And he's remained so like, you know, he's become obviously super powerful in the industry.
Like, now, I remember when I was a kid, my brother was like I have two older brothers, and the middle one is like, he's like the reason why I'm like into comics. But he was like a huge X-Men fan, and I remember he had I think it was probably like in one of the X-Men comics, but it's a long thing, sort of actually kind of similar to this now that I think about it. But like it was like all the X-Men characters like stacked, and I just loved that, and I had it like hanging on my bedroom wall like when I was a kid. And then I remember
a Jim Lee piece.
Yep, it was Jim Lee X-Men.
I must know it, whatever it is.
Yeah, that was like one of my favorite like pieces of artwork like as a kid. And then I remember like my oldest brother got me the like big collected thing of Batman Hush when I was like a little older, and I was like, God, this guy's just like so like this art is just so beautiful. And just stayed a fan ever since.
Yeah, he's phenomenal, man. Yeah, I don't think he'll ever top his X-Men work, but he surprises me to this day with some of his pieces. I'm just blown away by him to this day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just still.
And he's got like 100 children. That's not entirely true, but I want to say he's got like 8 or 10 kids or something like that.
That's still a lot, yeah. On top of like running DC.
and still making art. I mean, I know he's not making a ton, but I guess he's doing Hush again, so that's cool. There was one it was probably one of the covers for the first issue it was like Batman on a bike, you know, kind of at an angle, like water splashing up, and I was just like, damn, the dude still got it. He's still like top. It's amazing, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and just the level of detail he puts into stuff too. Like, I just always love, like, even with that like cover. I don't know if it's a cover, but I know the image you're talking about. He's got like all the graffiti and stuff in the background.
Yeah. Great. So much detail. Who else, man? Anyone else you want to mention?
There's definitely like a lot of other ones, but like one of the ones that really like helped me, I feel, when I was like first getting into making comics, and I guess like art in general. Well, I don't know, because like with tattooing, it's like there's a client, you want it to look good and you want them to like be happy with it and stuff.
Yeah.
With comics, it's like there's no like expectations except for yourself, and like I was like, I want to be like Jim Lee, but like there's already a Jim Lee, so like I can't really like I don't know, just force myself to have that style and like
there's something I've heard several people say where it's like our style is what we find while we're trying to copy other people and failing or something like that.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But I remember, so I was reading One Punch Man.
Yeah.
The guy that drew the original version of it, and he's like the writer. So like he did One Punch Man by himself, and he did it like on Webtoon, and then it eventually got like popular, and then they had another artist like redraw a bunch of it to make it more like kind of like palatable. But the original version, and he still does, like if you see like the very simplified versions of One Punch Man, that's like the original artist. His name's One, but he has another series called Mob Psycho, which I was like a big fan of.
I started reading. Yeah.
I love, because it's not like it's not professional looking, but like just the way that he like does action and expressions, and it's like it's a funny comic and it's supposed to be funny, and like the amateur kind of like style definitely like helps that, like it's not supposed to look like clean, and I feel like just reading that helped me think like, oh, like it's not, if you can be like loose with it, and like as long as you're getting the idea across, as long as like if you're trying to make someone laugh and they are laughing at it, that's like what matters. It's not like it doesn't matter if it looks like aesthetically pleasing, I guess. So he was like the one that I feel like kind of like unlocked something where like, okay, I can loosen up, I can just like have fun with it.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Have you read Bone?
No, well, I think I read some of it when I was a kid, but I haven't revisited it. But I should, because I keep seeing people talking about how great it is.
Yeah, I feel like you dig it because it definitely captures, like a similar technique of like a newspaper comic where it's just like in a few panels you got to set up, rise and then a punchline.
Hmm.
But it's also like a super epic story, and he's like a master with pacing. And a lot of your pacing reminded me of Bone, so I'm actually haven't read it, but
Yeah, I should check it out. And it's like a collected, like you can buy like the omnibus, and it's like the
Oh
whole
yeah,
story, right?
yeah, you should just buy that. Yeah, it's worth whatever it costs, man. I would get it black and white, but you can get it in color too if you want.
Did he color it?
Someone else colored it, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he has. You could get either version. They keep both versions available.
Yeah,
He's like he's like a super. He's played his cards right in life because Scholastic, I think, published him, and that was such a major moment for him and his wife. They just like they were pretty successful, but they really there's not many comics being published that way, and to be published like that is epic. Plus it's kid friendly, so he gets to be in schools and libraries.
Yeah.
I think yours would make the cut. I don't know if my work is going to make that cut in the long run.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that is something, like, I remember when I was first starting it, I wasn't, like, too worried about that, but, like, now, and especially, like, working at a school, like, just in case, like, anyone, I mean, that's why I do R.D. Murphy, too, just because, like, makes it a little difficult, or a little, yeah, people, like, I know the kids are always, like, Googling.
You're trying to keep it semi to a pen name?
Yeah, a little bit, and, like, but, like, eventually it would be cool to, like, maybe have it, like, in a library or something, and, like, I don't know, if it does get popular, like, that'd be cool, and then, yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to be like something. I just want to be all ages, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want mine to be all ages too, but it's not possible. I can't make what I want to make all ages. It's just not. I'd be living in a fantasy world if that's what I think.
Hey.
But different strokes for different folks. There's got to be a little something out there for everybody,
Yeah, I agree.
How we doing on time, man? What time is it? It's 9:49. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I don't
Yeah,
how long do you usually do these for?
I feel like at least 2 hours I usually go.
Oh,
So we did that. I don't, I did one that was like 5 hours, which was awesome.
really? Who was that with?
Adam Lemna. Have you heard of him?
I know. Yeah, I did a Relic Hunter.
Oh,
like,
word.
Yeah.
Is it going to be in issue 2?
I just did it. I was like, whatever. Like, please put it in issue 2. But like, I don't know what he's doing with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did one for issue 2. Hopefully we're in it together. That would be cool.
You should put us next to each other.
Yeah, we could ask him. And we could also, we could do Spilled Ink, you, me, Scott, Adam, because I know he's in that group too.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah. Any like opportunity, any like, if I got the bandwidth for it, and if I've got like the time, I like any opportunity to do like a pinup or like a thing that will just be like in someone else's thing that I don't have to pay for, but to like get printed, it's like I will do it.
That was what I hustled on last year. I did so much of that last year.
Oh yeah.
I scaled back. I went more. I'm focusing more on my comic and commissions. That's kind of I'm trying to like really I'm trying to make it my career. Hopefully in the next 5 years. Hopefully, we'll see.
I mean, I think you're like, I was telling Brandon this even like last night. I was like, you're just like an incredible artist, and like probably like one of my favorite artists that I know. It definitely.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you do great work, and like
it's the name of the game is consistency above all. It doesn't matter how good or bad you are, or what like bad is like good and bad is subjective. It's like,
right.
Are you putting out work consistently? That's really what matters, man.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be the challenge for me personally. Yeah, I mean, I get super inspired seeing people reach this level of like the trade paperback. I remember right before IC3, Matt Sardo and Jamie Jones did you hop on the thing that they did? They did like I want to say like a 3 or maybe it was a 6 hour long stream or something like that.
Yep.
Did you hop on that and do that?
Yep.
Yeah, so I just remember being like shocked because I knew almost everybody. I had just met everybody the year before at IC3. And most people had one issue at IC3. Some people had nothing at IC3. And almost everybody in that interview had like a trade paperback or like 7 books or 4 books. And I was like, holy fuck, I haven't done anything. A year went by, I did nothing. And it was like a real wake-up call for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I just didn't realize how busy everybody got. People got mad busy and worked really hard. And it was super inspiring, man.
I mean, yeah, and everyone works at like their own pace too.
Yeah.
And I think there's also, I mean, a lot of those people have like teams, like they're like the writers and the artists too.
That makes such a big difference. I haven't worked like that, but it's like if you can just focus on just the writing or just the art, it's a major difference, man. It's so difficult to do all of it.
Do you think you would like to do like draw someone else's story?
I would like to write also for other artists, but right now I'm focusing on me doing Neon Spring. I want to focus on that until I get a trade paperback and then reassess my life at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, if anything, my problem is I'm open to everything and I say yes to a lot of things. That remains my problem in life. And it keeps me from doing comic pages. I'm really trying to be the guy who does a comic page a day, Monday through Friday, maybe, a little bit on the weekend too. That was my goal for this year. By next year, I want to make sure that's what I'm doing. If I'm not at a day job where I'm, where I need to be physically working, I want to be doing commissions at home and comic pages at home and like just super dedicated to it,
Yeah. No, I feel like I feel like I do I sidetrack myself sometimes because I'm like, I think of like something else that I want to, like even with like the TURTLEMAN thing, because like my original plan for like the summer was to do like the next chapter of this and just like, which I did start and like it's in progress. But I was hoping to like finish it this summer, but then I thought of the TURTLEMAN idea and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna work on that. And then I was like, okay, I got the Kickstarter. I also had to take like a very like important test for my master's thing over the summer. I was like, okay, I really have to, because I'm paying a lot of money for this, so like I have to do.
Yeah, don't fuck that up.
Yeah. It's just things always come up. There's always and yeah, it's just like navigating that. But I actually passed the test too, which is thank God.
You did?
Yeah.
Good, man.
It would have fucked up. If I hadn't passed that, I would have my graduation would have been like delayed like another semester. So
yeah, more money. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm glad just figuring out like what the priority.
That is so wild that you're already paying a lot for the whole thing, and if you fail a test now, it just means more money.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't understand why. Why do I have to pay to take a test? Like why? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, and like part of me does think it would almost be easier if I did like hire someone to draw stuff, and I mean it would definitely be easier because like I had to have like more time.
Dude, do 3 books of this yourself. You're doing something great here. Don't do that in the future. You've committed to 3 books. I want to see that, man. Please.
Yeah, that will happen. I guess I'm also just thinking because I don't know, like a career in comics. I guess it's like different for everybody. Like what that like is.
You mean like what that looks like to everybody?
Yeah. Like it would be cool to be like someone who's like a Chip Starsky or like a Dennis Camp. But like I don't know, there's also part of that like I like just doing it all myself and like having that control and like having my voice, I guess, like connect with like the audience.
I get super inspired by Robert Kirkman for so many reasons, but like just because he's got so many solid series and 2 smash hit major successful things that have turned into streamable series too on top of it. And yeah, it's like there's a guy who's like when you're a writer you can make a lot of titles, and it's crazy to me that's a thing. But then you got Todd McFarlane who's just always focused on Spawn, and like that's the approach I'm taking right now, man. I'm more into like make one thing really good rather than try to have I just heard an interview with Kirkman last night. He's like, just give up on what you're doing, try something new. And I'm like, I'm gonna stick with what I got right now.
Yeah.
At least I got to do that for a little bit. I haven't really done it yet. So once like I get that trade, I feel like like you're in that spot now where you get to reassess your life now that you have a trade, and I'm happy to hear that you're interested in continuing it because I don't know. I haven't read that last issue yet. Maybe it wraps up in a nice way, but I do like the idea of like 3 books, man. Like for me, comics need to be for it to like really be an impact. It needs to kind of like occupy at least that much shelf space.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I mean, they like we were talking, man. You could really breeze through them, and yours is definitely like it's a smooth, quick read. So it's like if it's gonna really feel like semi epic, like you gotta get a little more girth there.
Yeah, no, because yeah, I mean, I guess a little sport. It's not like it's not like tied with like a bow. Like there's like an open ended thing to the last chapter. Definitely.
Yeah,
And yeah, I mean that's also why I kind of want to check out Bone too because I like the idea of, and same thing with like Invincible, like Robert Kirkman's
yeah,
work, and Walking Dead, like because I'm a huge like superhero fan. Like I grew up like reading them and absolutely love them. But there is just like a thing that like, and they would never do it. But like I kind of wish they would just like give an ending to some of the characters and like literally just end it. Because I don't know, I feel like the endings, like when they're done well, it's like the best part of the story.
I have a slightly different opinion. I feel like endings often suck.
Oh yeah,
But I like that a thing wasn't just gonna go on forever. I do like an ending. I like feeling like there was a point to the whole thing.
yeah. I think when they're done well, like
Endings are hard, man. Even
yeah.
even some of the best endings, when you really think about it, like that's not the strongest part. That's far from the strongest part of the story. And it seems like there's pressure on it, like it needs to be.
Right.
But it just often isn't. I feel like most of the time the best part of every story is right in the middle, because like you've been doing a lot of work building up to this thing, and it's like I just feel like the ending, the pressure of having to wrap everything up, even even like a room full of writers and the best ones. I just see it. I see it time and time again. Everybody falls on like the crutch of over explanation, and like the things that make things interesting are not knowing what is going on. Like that's what makes things like the most interesting part of every story is the part where you're like, what is happening? You know, like once you get the answers, it's no longer interesting, and that's part of why endings tend to suck. But we got to do them, man. I'm not advocating for no ending, obviously.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know how to. I don't know. I think the ending is the hardest part. It's just often not going to be good, like or disappointing, or something. Just something about it's going to be like ever. And of course, you're going to have people who are like, I don't like it.
Well, with this too, like, because I feel like, and maybe it's because like I'm like, 'cause I did a lot of like practice, I guess, with like gag comics, and like same thing with like Peanuts too. Like I feel like, I don't know, just like in my brain, I feel like I want this book, like the last like book, I just want it to be like a big punchline, you know?
Nice.
Like, yeah, there's like.
You mean the very ending of the whole thing?
Yeah, the very like I kind of have like an idea for like what I want it to be, and like I don't know that when I feel like when an ending is really good, it's just like a perfect punchline to a great joke, you know, in an ideal world.
No, I 100% agree. I mean, that's what it is, man. Everything is set up and punchline at the end of the day.
Yeah.
On micro macro levels, whether it's like a joke on a single page versus like your whole story, man. That is you got to think about it like that, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, and then there's some stuff. I mean, I feel like I can think of it a lot with like more like TV shows, like when something kind of like overstays its welcome and just kind of goes on for too long, and then like I guess I mean there's like movie franchises that are doing that right now too, where it's like I don't know, they're not really like necessarily like ruining stuff by going on for too long, but it's just like maybe it would have been better if it's just bit. And then,
it's so funny how like actual economics and capitalism and sales and viewership and all like the realities of distribution affect the thing. It's interesting to watch it because it really does. It's like in an ideal world, if money wasn't an issue and people could somehow still be really motivated to make things, I think a lot of our favorite comics and movies and television series would look very different. They would. Some would be longer, some would be shorter. It's like, yeah.
I mean, because I'm a huge like superhero fan, and I read when I was in high school, I had I think it was Comixology, and I was reading like all the Spider-Man comics, like starting from the Stan Lee, Steve Ditko stuff, I
Nice.
got all the way into like the Todd McFarlane stuff, and like it's I think the Spider-Man especially, and I mean like a bunch of other characters. It's cool seeing just like his progress. Like you see him like from high school, college, graduating, grad school, and then they kind of like have to bring him back. They have to like
Yeah.
make him have a deal with the devil, and he's got to like reset. And that's actually why I was liking Ultimate Spider-Man too, because I like that they like, um, you know, it's not the original version, I guess, but like that's like the story that I would like to see is like a progression of him, and like, I just they would never do it because like Spider-Man's like the biggest character in the world, and like they would never like just stop making comics with him and like give
Yeah.
him all that money,
Yeah.
but
Like, yeah, listen, we need to have like a comic summit and we're just like, Batman needs to end. Yeah, fucking right.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. I feel like it would be cool if like they just like decide not to worry about the money, not to worry about like the sales. Just finish
Yeah,
the
I'm
story.
I'm like I'm a very open-minded person in a lot of ways, but in other ways like I also try to remember like I try to be also in touch with what I actually like. And I find it very hard to like superhero comics, especially American stuff, just because especially the very mainstream stuff like Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, because at this point continuity is so out the door and everybody comes in. Like it was a game changer when Frank Miller reinvented Batman, and that to this day everybody there's so many people just trying to do that their own way, which is its own problem. Some people do it well, some people are just like just stop, don't copy Frank Miller.
Yeah,
But that was a game changer and it was awesome. But now there's just like so much of it, and it's not like people are bad. Like it's attracting the best writers and the best artists, but I can't read a Batman comic anymore and be interested in it. I just can't, man, because it's just like it doesn't matter. It's like I've read so many reinterpretations of this. Like I'm reading Absolute Batman, and I'm sorry that I'm going on record saying this, but I'm just like I'm not into it. The art's sick. Like I'm gonna keep buying it. I'm gonna buy those books because Nick Dragotta's at the top of his game doing some of the most insane art. But I don't care about Batman. I just don't, man. I'm like I'm sorry to say it. Like I could imagine cool stuff with Batman, and who knows where we'll all be in the future. But I miss like when I got into comics and I got into X-Men were the first comics I read. I loved that like, love or hate the Jim Lee and the Image guys era, like for storytelling, because I know a lot of people think the storytelling did go down during that time. It's still connected to the past, and that was kind of cool. Like I would be at work just like imagining comics that I was going to buy. And it wasn't just like the addiction to buying comics. It was like the fascination with these characters and where they come from and who they are. And the fact that it was all connected. And now that there's nothing, now that doesn't mean anything anymore, it's lost my interest on a big level. That's personally why I gravitate towards manga more, because it is like these artists are telling a cohesive story.
yeah,
I find that way more compelling. Like I'm gonna be with you till the end because you're gonna tell a cohesive story, So,
yeah. I agree. I mean, I feel like that's I still I love superhero comics, but I feel like yeah, as I've gotten older, like I'm almost like saddened by the fact that like because yeah, as a kid, I feel like there would be moments where I'd be reading like an X-Men comic, and they would like reference something from like, and I read like a bunch of stuff digitally too.
and it
So
would
like,
always tell you which issue, right?
yeah,
Like C
yes,
issue, whatever. Like, yeah.
I yeah, I was reading
I would be taking notes. I'd be like, oh, I have like 25 back issues I gotta buy.
I was reading like the Jeff Johns Green Lantern stuff, and like it was like the rebirth thing, and they were talking about like how Jordan, like how he went crazy, and I was like, what? Like, and then I read like the original thing, and it shows him like fighting all the other like Green Lanterns, and then I went back to the Jeff Johns one, and then it's those Green Lanterns like that he fought, and then now he has to like redeem himself in like their eyes and stuff, and like I like that like that the callbacks, and I think there's like a certain mystique to, or I don't, yeah, I think now that I'm like I can see like the behind the scenes stuff now that I know like how it all like came together as lost some like that mystique and like yeah but yeah, and I think I've kind of gotten more into like manga similar to you, where like I like that it's like you can just start with the first one and just read like the whole thing,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the ending. Um, and I guess that's
I
like,
plowed through Berserk last year, and it's just like
Oh, I love this.
it's so incredible, man. Yeah, exactly. It's
You got
like,
caught up.
yeah, I'm not caught up. I'm probably like a few away from the end because it never ended, right? He just kind of died and then it stopped.
Yeah. I mean, there's like his last issue, which it kind of is like very it's pretty like cathartic issue, I guess. Like especially knowing that he's like not gonna be able to finish it. But yeah, and then they've got like a new guy that's like planning on finishing it, which you better do like quickly. 'Cause, like, it's been long enough. Don't drag it out.
Do you know, is he finishing it based on his writing or like what he planned out, or is he basically just like doing his own interpretation?
I'm not like 100% sure. I think what I remember hearing is that like he was friends with Kentaro Miura and like I think he knew what like the general ending was gonna be, but I mean it's not gonna be like the same. Like
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm happy that it's at least gonna be an ending. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does suck though. Like especially like reading the story and like I don't know. It's like it's almost just like another layer of tragedy for like those characters. The fact that like
Oh
they're
God.
not gonna have like the real ending.
That book, yeah, it does such a good job of weaving trauma in without it just being like shock porn. Like, you know, it had pornographic elements in it, I guess you would say, but it was like so incorporated into it in such a smart way that it wasn't pornographic. It was like real art.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really like it's like very
like there's real
grounded for
consequences
work.
to the shit that's happening. It's like,
Yeah, like that's not like a thing that like I don't know. It doesn't make me feel you know aroused or anything.
right,
It's
right,
very,
exactly. Really bad.
No, yeah, it's a great series.
Looking back, yeah, there's comics are great, man. So did you say your middle brother got you into comics? That's how you got in?
Yeah,
The,
the second oldest, Ian.
his name is Ian?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he got me into comics. Like I would literally just like borrow like anything that he was buying is like the stuff that I would read.
Nice, man.
Yeah, and I think it was also funny because I remember like because we were kids when like all the movies were coming out, and like they'd be like Daredevil, and I was like, "Who's Daredevil?" And he would just like explain like who he is and stuff, and then we would like go to the comic book store and like buy the Daredevil comics and like familiarize ourselves before we watched Ben Affleck portray that character. And I think we're honestly like the perfect ages for like that like I don't know that introduction to like that stuff because like X-Men was like 2000. I mean I was like a baby, but like yeah, it was all like kind of coming out as I was like going through adolescence and as each one came out, I would just like go to the comic book store and like with my brother and pick up all the issues about like these characters and like figure out like okay who's Wolverine, like what's going on. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, Wolverine was the moment in my life when Wolverine was the coolest was before I even knew exactly who he was, because he was so legendary. Everybody was like Wolverine, Wolverine, and like I still didn't have the card. I still didn't have the comics. I think I was in 4th or 5th grade, and I was just like, who is like? I built him up so big, and then when I finally found him, I wasn't let down. Yeah, it was just like I don't know. It's just like such an awesome experience being a kid getting into comics, man.
Yeah.
And I recognize that like if it didn't happen for you as a kid, it's very unlikely that you're going to get into it as an adult, sadly. Because I'm you know like I'm low-key always trying to convert or convince people to get into comics, but it really is just like you were describing at the beginning of this, the fact that it's like a bridge between movies and reading. It's obviously its own like art form for that reason, and it's its own language. And if like that's not something you either know how it works or like love, yeah, it's just like it's hard for people to care, man. And I see it.
Yeah.
I see some of my best friends who I love like so much, like there's never gonna be a connection there for them, and it's like it sucks because like I love them so much, and I wish that we could love this thing together, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's things that I don't love, so like,
yeah.
I
Yeah, it
remember,
always
like,
goes all ways, man. We all love things and we want to share it with people, and not
yeah.
everybody's responsive.
I remember my uncle was like, I was showing him one of my comics, and he was like, I don't know how to read this. Like, he was like, what am I supposed to, like, what am I, do I read it like this way, or do I go like this? Like, I was like, this, I don't know. I think you just needed to, yeah. There's a certain thing in your brain you kind of have to figure out before.
Yeah. Comics literacy, that's like a word people throw
Yeah.
out. Phrase. Yeah. What do you think, man? Should we keep going? I might ink tonight. Nick, I don't know if Nick is still in here. I'm doing this X-Men piece for Nick right now.
I saw you post that. That looked incredible.
Yeah,
I
I'm so stoked about that. I'm so grateful to be a part of this this growing community. It's like the fact that IC3 was bought by Comic Art Fans and is connected to OAX now. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to OAX next year, but it's really a phenomenal moment in time, man. That I think we gotta jump on. We gotta like participate in both of those cons, and it's really cool because, you know, like, there's always going to be people who are, you know, just like they're into what they're into and they're very close-minded about it. But clearly, what's going on through Comic Art Fans is like a confluence of indie comic creators who are making their own thing, and people who love to buy comics and people who love to buy comic art, and it's all like coming together. And you know, the people who can like cross over on that level, it's gonna just make something awesome happen, undeniably, man. You know?
Yeah. No, it's really cool seeing them. Just everybody, like, I think there's like a bunch of people that I follow who like, I'm kind of like watching them like become artists, which is like really cool.
Yeah.
It's just fun seeing like the progression and like the journey, I guess. And also just meet people like at the conventions and be like, oh, like, you know, this is the first time meeting, but like I've seen like what you've been doing in your private life.
The conventions are hard. I find that like I personally have to I'm trying not to drink as much as I used to, but I really need to like hang out after the convention. Like that's where I make all the most meaningful connections. Because I you know, I go to them myself. I don't have anyone to like. I got friends who will watch when I go pee, but like, you know, and I also just want to be by my stuff in case somebody has any questions. So it's like I'm really just trying to milk as much as I can out of the experience, you know. And I find that, you know, it's really nice after the convention is over to like turn the brain off a little bit and just connect with creators. And I'm trying to do more of that and trying to plan my life around more of that. It is difficult to plan these things. It's like so much money and time. But yeah, it's like it's hard to put into words, but it makes such a big difference to meet people in real life versus just connecting online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just so much positive has come out of me actually going to things in real life versus just trying to connect online. You know, connect however you can.
I feel like also meeting some people like in real life, it's almost like better for like the mental health, I guess, of like you don't really.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, 'cause there's like that unavoidable like comparing yourself to other people, I guess, and like seeing something that like looks really incredible and being like, damn, like that, like wish I did that. And then you meet them in real life, and it's like, oh, they're just like a person. Like they're not like, you know, they're not like.
Well,
really,
also looking at the original art too, it's like, yes, yeah, it might be really impressive, but it's cool to see the actual art because you see the struggling on the page.
Yeah, that's true.
Whether it's whiteout or you know, like, I think we all agree, like looking at original comic art, it's such a higher level of experience. I wish we could collect comics at the size that they're actually made, man. That would be awesome. Like, I got these artist editions, man. They're awesome. So much money. It's the best way to see the art, though. It really is, man.
I gotta get a bookshelf like that where I can like, I
got this specifically for that, and it's like, it's kind of like an annoying shelf, to be honest with you. It's a little too big, and I don't know.
I feel like I always have that, like, but I always have to put it like on one shelf and just make that one shelf like really tall, and then like
you could do it on the top shelf. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get creative.
Yeah.
The artist editions, the oversized books always need their own spot. Yeah, it's funny. There's this one guy who owns a comic store I go to, and he's like, I'm a comic purist, Ian. I want all my comics to be only this size. It drives me nuts when I got like all these different size books on my bookshelf. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of agree with you. But also at the same time, it's better that everybody makes like totally different things.
I saw someone, yeah, people were talking in this group chat that I'm in on Discord, and they were talking about that, like, that they were saying that they liked the idea of like different sizes if you're not like a Marvel or DC publisher, because it makes it like stand out more, which I agree with.
I'm
But
on board with, like, I know Chris Anderson was really pushing it. That guy Mighty Keen is making the smaller ones. I like the manga size. I do like it. I don't know if I'm gonna go in that direction. I'm gonna like go manga in the sense that like it's influencing my art and storytelling, and I might even go black and white. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like my art needs to be maybe bigger, if anything. I don't know. You never know where you're gonna go, man.
Yeah.
I think sticking to the regular comic size is what I'm gonna do just for now.
I
But
like it just because that's like what I'm used to, and I want to make it like that.
same, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what I honestly, I feel like what I'm dedicated to is what I wanted to do when I was 14 years old, at around that age, you know, and like that's what I'm trying to like just hone in on right now. And I'll experiment. I'm experimenting within that framework right now. Maybe I'll do something crazier in the future.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
smart.
But yeah, man. Was I going to say anything else before we say goodnight? I think I am going to say goodnight just because I do want to get more drawing in before it gets too late. I got one more question for you. Do you keep a good schedule, or are you like a night owl or a day person, or all over the place?
I'm definitely a night owl. Speaking of owls, this is on Kickstarter if anyone's interested. The book.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like my schedule is like, I don't know. It's always different, I guess. But like I always like each day, I know like what needs to be done, and I do my best, I guess, to do that. The fact that I do it all digitally is like, it's just so convenient for me to be able to do it like at work when there's like downtime.
Oh yeah, that's actually a huge plus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm always just like looking for those moments, like those moments where I have time, I can like work on something. And sometimes I stay up like a little late. Like when I was doing this, because I knew I wanted to have it for IC3, so I was really like grinding on it, like the weeks leading up to it. Like yeah, I was like staying up like, I don't know, probably like 1 a.m. at least, just to get a page done.
Yeah.
But now that it's done, now I got like the Kickstarter going, and like my other stuff in life, you know, it's like kind of get a little more gentle with myself, I guess. You know, like I don't want to have like too big of bags under my eyes by the time I'm 30.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about bags. I worry more about like what it does to your body and other effects. It's like,
I mean, I heard like so many.
Definitely pushed myself way too hard at a young age for too long.
Yeah.
Like, sleep is super important, man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't want to end up like I don't know, I think I always hear about like manga artists like dying at their desks because like.
Oh yeah, I mean
too hard.
that's a real problem, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no joke. It's no secret. It's no joke. But yeah, man, I just want to thank you for doing this. And if anyone's seeing this, it's probably going to be on YouTube at this point, which I'm going to try to do for you in the next few days. Back his Kickstarter, man. Follow Artie Murphy on Instagram. You can find the link is in the description of wherever you're seeing this. You could navigate your way to this Kickstarter. Back it. Get the trade paperback and get your dog's name in the book. You know, for $5 extra, get your dog's name in the book.
Yeah, and I'm not taking the $5. It's going to a shelter.
Hell yeah, man! I love that. That was such an awesome feature. I was like, of course I'm going to do that one.
So, thank you for having me on, man. Like this was a blast. I think we haven't really had a chance to like, I don't know, have like a long, in-depth conversation. So this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, just little interactions at IC3, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it again someday too, man. Definitely every time you get to a trade level, let's do this. You know, it's like, unless you want to do more, we'll see how our schedules are.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I also want to thank everyone else who joined tonight. I feel like we had good viewership tonight. Sometimes I'm doing this and nobody's watching. Like we had good comments. You know, shout out Nick, Devin, Dale was in here. That's those are my cartoonists, kayfabe, my K-fam. Like fucking.
Yeah, I know comic book Dale.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. Devin, they're all good people, man.
Thank you to everyone.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope everybody follows you and backs you, man. If anything, let's make that happen.
That'd be great.
It's
I need
great.
support. Yeah, I
It's a
appreciate
great
it.
book, super fun to read, and it's a great price. So support indie comics, man. But on that note, I bid you farewell, man. Stay busy, stay positive, and we'll talk soon, man. I hope to see you. I mean, I'll see you at IC3 because I'll definitely go again at the very
Maybe
least.
New York too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, New York Comic Con. Hit me up when you're coming down.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Thanks for talking.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Bro.